Talk.
Cum.
Yeah, you're good.
Cumcoin to the moon.
I was so pissed when I saw that. I was like, "Cum rocket?
Yeah.
That's got to be a funny thing." And it wasn't funny. It was stupid. It is more fucking cryptocurrency. If I have to hear about any more cryptocurrency, I will fucking go insane.
Cool. Also, Elon Musk makes X-rated UK-based cryptocurrency surge by 350% with several bizarre tweets. Eat my ass.
Yeah. It's not only is it crypto, it's Elon Musk. It's like the worst two things you could possibly have. Before we get into that, because we've already talked about cumcoin, we're gonna put that. I'm gonna retroactively put that in the pod. But let's start off with my thing. What's up? What's up, holers? Whatever are the name of our. Oh wait, I remember. The name of our fans is liberals. We came up with that on an episode. What's up, liberals? This is the Media Hole podcast, and guess what? This is the first episode to be released in June, and as we all know, June is Pride Month. And so, just a reminder to all of you liberals out there in the interweb, or anybody else that's watching this somehow, as far as this show is concerned, if you are fucking homophobic, if you're biphobic, if you're transphobic, if you're whatever the equivalent for being against non-binary people is phobic, then would you kindly fuck right off? We don't want you here. You're not welcome here. You're a piece of shit. Unfollow this page. Boom.
Yeah. If you're an LGBTQ and you're not for corpse, eat my ass.
I don't know what that is.
I have no idea. I'm just on Twitter reading about cummies and all that. And for some reason there's like a trend of LGBTQ for corpse. Like corpse husband. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
LGBTQ for Blue Beetle.
It's just like what?
It's like
why what does he need support for now?
Hold on. Does being gay make you special as a fan of Corpse or Blue Beetle?
I don't see why you're bringing up Blue Beetle at all.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just picking another random thing that has nothing to do with being gay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Corpse came out or something?
I don't know. A lot of the jokes Corpse makes is queerbaity.
Everyone makes queerbaity jokes.
Yeah.
That's just how it is now. Remember back in the day where we used to say queer things and be like, haha, no homo though.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad we're past that.
Yeah.
I'll suck your cock, bro. Ha, no homo.
I'll do it.
No, it's full homo.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah. It was on this one TikTok of this guy going like, gay guy says what? And then the other guy just like smiles. He's like, come on, bro. And you hear like a dude from very far away go, what? What?
That's so good. But yeah, I mean, Corpse is really popular. I don't know what the section of his fans that are gay has to do with that.
Yeah.
Not that, like, you can't be gay and be a fan of Corpse, but whatever. I bet that here's the thing with Corpse. Obviously, he's got a great voice. He makes good music. I think he's a good streamer or whatever.
His music's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
I think it's just that it's very different.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, he's just it's really just his voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think people, and he has like that e-boy aesthetic. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know what he looks like, but we know the picture that he has. He's a fucking, like, for the longest time, his thing, like, his profile picture was Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, which is like pure e-girl shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's just very much in that aesthetic of also like vague things like choke me because you hate me, but you love me.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
it's goth rap.
Yeah, it's like, because we have emo rap now.
Yeah, this is goth rap.
Goth rap usually, it's like how goth music came after emo music. Someone will fight me on that, and I don't care.
He's got a cool voice. I think it's going to be really funny when one day we find out what he looks like and he's just like normal.
I don't know. I think he'll probably keep it up for a very long. I think there's something wrong with like he has like a thing on his face.
I know he has some kind of like long-term medical issue.
Yeah, maybe something's up with his mouth or something. I don't know. I know that YouTubers now have been going a pretty long time without showing their face. Like this guy Swagger Souls. He's pretty big. I think he's at like 3 million now. But he wears a like Crusader Knight's helmet. And I don't.
Here's the thing: people can do what they want. I'm not here to say anybody's wrong for not showing their face. You're entitled to it.
I think it's become just a bit though at this point.
I personally don't give a fuck. Who cares? I'm hot. I'm hot.
But
you can see my face looking good. It's hot.
The thing, well, he hated it. He started doing it like whenever he made real, because before when he was like 200,000 subs, he was from Colorado originally. Now he lives in Australia. He was going to school nearby, and he like shot a video. It was like the first time he ever shot a video in person. He was wearing the helmet for the joke. Because he wasn't comfortable showing his face because he was like 17 at the time. Or maybe he was 18. I don't know. He was young. It sounds like
that was the ice in the sink.
It sounded like it farted, though. That's... So some kids saw the background of his video, and they're like, I think I recognize that spot. And they fucking... like
doxed him.
They doxed him and then went to his house and like met his dad, and they were like, is Swagger Souls here? So he's like, I'm never taking the mask off now because that is disgusting. I am not your friend. Do not do that to me.
Yeah.
But then he adapted. Before he was just wearing the helmet, it would cut the shit out of his head all the time because it was just a helmet. He wasn't wearing like the shit. Now he wears like a chainmail with like a balaclava. And also, people don't know his real name either.
Did you know that Corpse Husband knows the number 15 Burger King foot lettuce guy?
Everyone knows that Oh, he knows the guy?
No, yeah.
That's funny.
So that guy has a top 10 weird stories or whatever. And
yeah, and he has a very particular way of talking.
It's not his real way of talking.
But
it's totally a bit.
But it's a good one.
Yeah. Excuse me. When the Siren Head thing was going around, when Trevor Henderson made Siren Head, and then Siren Head became like a big thing, they did a rap song together about Siren Head.
Does he still do the same voice?
Yeah.
Like in the rap, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm rapping like this, and I'm talking like that.
It would be really funny to hear that guy's like real voice. He's like,
he's
hello.
Literally just normal.
How's it go? No, but he enunciates all his words like he's a fancy British man. He's like, oh, hello there.
Number 15.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus.
Fungus is the part that really gets it.
It's because it's like fungus.
Yeah.
At least in this picture, he's wearing shoes, but that makes it even worse.
So, let's move on.
I know it's just
new mental illness dropped in the Super Smash Bros. Community.
Oh, is it Super Straight?
No. It's Leffen is a totalitarian dictator who is taking over the entire community.
Oh yeah, this. Honestly, I heard of this and I was like, do we even talk about it? Because this person just needs help.
He does, yes. Like the guy's the one I saw specifically, the actual clip from the video, because I'm not watching a 2.5 hour video.
In case you didn't know, in the Super Smash Bros. Melee community, somebody in that community made a 2.5 hour long video about how Leffen.
Who is arguably one of the top 5 players in the world.
One of the most highly respected people in the Melee scene.
He is also the only one who goes out and tries to play other new games. Like a lot of Melee players only play Melee.
Yeah.
But Leffen, he got really into Ultimate. He tried his best. He was like, this game just isn't for me. He's playing Strive now. He tried to play Tekken. The Tekken community rebounded on him so hard. Because the character he was interested in just happened to be a top tier. So they were like, whoa, he's tier whoring. He's going to play he's just going to bring shitty people into the community. And it's like, all right, Tekken, gatekeep your community more when all you guys only play is Dragunov and that other dude I can't remember the name of.
Yeah, Tekken's weird. To go from Smash to Tekken is It's like fucking.
they're
It's
the
like going
most-
from riding a bike to climbing a mountain.
They're the most different games.
Yeah,
Like
Tekken is like
I
the
would say
most,
swimming to climbing a mountain.
Yeah,
there's
that's
no like other than spacing,
Yeah,
there's
very
nothing similar.
There's very like because Tekken is very technical.
it's all on the ground.
Yeah,
It is entirely like it's all in a 3D space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
yeah. It's the two games could not be more different.
yeah. But yeah, so Leffen tries to branch out. He is a fighting game player. He is he is not Sonic Fox, but he is very good.
Yeah,
And this guy made a 2.5-hour video about how he is
and like a 30
dictator.
and like a 130 page Google Doc.
Yeah, called evidence.zip 2, which is very rude to do because evidence.zip was the name of the zip file that they compiled to call
prove
out
those
people
guys that
like
were pedos.
yeah, to call
Oh
out
my
people like
fucking
Captain Zack and thing. So like he made evidence.zip 2, which is a complete fallacy and it's just him having mental issues.
This is like it's a. I know a lot of podcasters are probably going to jump on this as like, isn't this silly? It's really sad.
Well, because people are comparing this to be like what happened with Etika.
Yeah,
Because Etika also went through like a rough point where he was like violent, like attacking the community, and then he killed himself. So people just, even though people liked Etika,
Atika, isn't it? Isn't
no,
it
it's
Atika?
Etika.
It was Etika.
I think it's however you want to say it.
Okay.
People liked Etika and wanted him to get better.
Yeah.
People don't like this guy, but they saw what happened with Etika, and they were like, we still want him to get help.
Because isn't the guy who did it like he's not really anybody, is he?
He's a decently good player. He one of the clips he shows in the video, which is the one I wanted to talk about before we describe more of the video, it's a minute-long clip of him showing like, this is when I beat Leffen at some super major, like some giant event. And it's like, this is the tournament I won, where I'm wearing red Adidas pants, like track pants, with like the stripes on the side because they're Adidas. And he's like, and then 6 months later, Leffen is on stream and he's wearing a red Adidas jersey, clearly to antagonize me. And it's like, this is gang stalking level of like copium shit.
Yeah, that's like.
Also, real quick, the shirt was not red; it was fucking orange.
Again, yeah, that's like obviously I'm not here to diagnose anybody with anything, but that's some very like paranoid schizophrenia shit.
Yeah.
Like that when I hear that, that's immediately what comes to my head as somebody with a psychology major, not with honors. Thank you.
There's a guy, and then there's another dude in the community named Immortals, and he's like a piece of shit. Like he's one of the people who's like, oh, whatever, the Jisoo chick is lying. She wasn't raped in a closet. And like he did that he came up a couple months ago because he just out of nowhere decided to be like, all those people involved in like canceling like Keitaro and the other people around them are actually all villains and they are lying. And then Leffen just tweeted back at him. He said, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then he deleted it and he went on stream and he talked about it. And I watched the guy's clip where he like put his own like captions underneath of the clip, and he claimed that Leffen was going to call him the N-word. He's like, you can see here that he's struggling from saying the N-word back, and then but like Leffen didn't even say anything with an N in it in that sentence. So it's not like he was like, and this stupid fucking dude, like it was like, and this dumb idiot.
Yeah.
It's like that was the pause.
Yeah.
But then he also cut out a clip out of context with Leffen saying, I'm the best Fox player in the world, therefore I should be able to sexually assault women. And that was Leffen just making like examples of how people think, but this dude took it as like, this is what Leffen thinks.
Oh, you mean like when we say stuff where we're playing a character who is sexist or an incel or whatever, and then...
Yeah, but he was using that as an example of like, this is what monsters in the community are like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways... The Smash Bros. Community, unfortunately,
get
very nice
help.
game. There's some very cool people, but God, that fandom just brings in like the worst people sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at home struggling with paranoid schizophrenia, or I guess it's just regular schizophrenia. No, we don't really call it paranoid. But yeah, if you're dealing with that, go to therapy. take drugs if they work for you.
Yeah. If you have a problem, get it fixed.
Yeah.
Have you been using Twitter on your... You use Twitter mostly on your phone, right?
Yes, I do.
So you probably haven't seen this as much, because I don't see it on my phone, but I see it all over my desktop.
Okay.
Twitter is like pushing topics on me nonstop. Like showing up in my main feed.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's annoying.
they're not based off of any of the things I actually look at. So it's like, it'll be like, oh, K-pop and basketball. And I'm like, wow.
I don't care.
Two things I give the least amount of shits about.
Basketball's cooler than other sports.
That's your opinion. I like hockey more.
Well, hockey's lame.
You're wrong.
Yeah, I'm not wrong.
Oh, man. Fucking 2 days ago, Michael showed me this clip.
Hey, Ohio boys, how do you guys feel about hockey? Isn't it lame?
Stevie watched Game 6 with me. So my fucking Michael showed me this clip from when the Habs were playing the Oilers, or was it the Jets? They were playing another Canadian team, and this dude like checked this other dude so hard he literally did the like head back, legs over his shoulder shit. It was brutal.
Damn.
But where's the equivalent of that in basketball, huh? They don't touch each other.
That guy died in a helicopter crash.
That's completely different. That's not even that basketball. Also, Kobe was retired, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know. Twitter's just pushing this topics thing. And they fucking changed my timeline back to top tweets again without me doing it.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. Like, algorithmic-based timelines.
Why are you touching All Might's ass?
Because I like it. Hello there.
I am here.
Yeah. My Hero Academia sucks now.
Yep.
It doesn't. But
I don't know if it sucks.
I
know I'm over it.
The manga's pretty good right now, but there's like they're just there's villains don't have unique ideas anymore. They're all just pawns of the big bad.
Yeah, again, like I'm kind of I got to a point, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's shit now or whatever. I don't pay enough attention to it to be like that. I got to a point where my enjoyment of it stopped existing.
Yeah.
And is it because I prefer it when stories end? Maybe.
Yes.
Is it because...
I also prefer it when stories aren't all over the span of 1 year, despite the fact that the manga's been running for 7 years.
Yeah, like, there's issues with that, you know, and you can say, like, part of those problems are simply problems with the medium of shonen battle manga / anime.
But if the anime ever focused on the other characters inside the school, that's why I give like One Piece a break, because like One Piece is super long, and actually if you look at the timeline of One Piece, the crew has only been together for like a total of 9 months.
In story?
Yeah. Like there's the 2-year time gap, but I mean like the crew, like from Luffy's like time at the beginning to getting the full crew, and then the crew getting decimated at Sabayori before the time skip, and then them getting back together 2 years later.
Yeah,
is they've only like known each other for 9 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know anybody who I'd known for less than 9 months that I could say that many things about friendship about.
Well, yeah, but they spend every waking moment with each other, so it's more like you're speedrunning friendships. Yeah. Where like when we first met, we would see each other for 2 hours at a time at most, and then be like, all right, bye, random dude. That it was eventually like, hey, you want to come over? And then we upped the pace because I would come over for like 6 hours where we just watch shit.
Speedrunning friendship is basically what I did last night with
Zahira.
a friend.
Well, you've met her before.
I met her like twice.
Yeah. Were you there when she was talking about her adventures when she was 18?
The getting married?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so wild.
That's so funny.
Yeah. God, she's very funny.
She's great.
Yeah. Well, also my accidental white knighting again.
Yeah. No, it's not white knighting because you're not trying to fuck them. You're not doing it.
You don't
cynically.
know me. I wasn't.
You're not doing it cynically to.
I'm just like a
good.
Perfect ally when I'm hammered. If I've had more than 6 beers, I will protect a woman without knowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people who they have 6 beers and they stop respecting women. Ian has 6 beers and he starts respecting women.
Harder. Because the way you said it, 6 beers and I start respecting women, it makes it sound like I don't respect them. I was
leaning
sober.
into that on running joke we have where you...
Oh, my misogyny?
Yeah.
Called my mom a dumb bitch before I left. But that was because she was doing, like, coping shit where she was like... So, anyone, everyone keeps talking about these residential schools. But really, it's the Catholic Church's fault.
Oh, God.
But I was like, but Mom, the government paid the Catholic
Church
churches.
and the government fucking colluded to make the residential schools. It's if something happened at a Catholic school right now, then that would also be the government's fault.
Yeah, because there's a government school board.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So I was, and she just like kept. She's like, I don't want to feel bad for being white, and I'm like, no one's making you feel bad for being white.
No.
No one. Literally, no one fucking cares. Just be white.
God, people are fucking so dumb.
And then I just like before I left, I was just like, you complaining about this issue as if it directly affects you
is stupid.
Does more to hurt native populations than it does to help you yourself. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, you defending anything about it to protect your own feelings of guilt that you are experiencing.
Also, you don't have to feel them,
right? But if you feel guilty,
it.
But if you feel guilty about something, maybe look into that. Right? Why do you feel guilty about it? What can you do to assuage that? Not say it's not my fucking problem, but say what can I do to help to assuage this like shit feeling?
Yeah, I just don't get it because like the dude I used to argue with at work all the time, he was like, people are saying I should feel bad for being white. And I'm like, what people?
Who said that? Who has said that to you?
Who said that to you? Who has physically said that to you in your life? And it's like, oh, the people on the left on Twitter. And I'm like, you don't use Twitter. Number one, we go over this multiple times. No one is actually saying that you should feel bad.
Nobody says that. No fucking person says that. So fucking dumb. Yeah. Again, if you feel guilty, first of all, pay respect and educate yourself about the history of residential schools if you haven't yet. It's a big issue recently came up.
You know what else is stupid though?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, wait. Finish your thing about residential schools.
Because the history is terrible, and you may be like, well, it was a long time ago, and the answer is they closed the last residential school in 1996.
Yeah.
So no,
and
this
also,
is a problem.
There's people who are like, why don't they just not send their kids to the school? They had to.
Yeah.
It was legal.
You fucking RCMP showing up, pointing guns at you, saying we're taking your child.
Why isn't your kid shown up to the school yet?
No,
they're 5 years old. They need to be educated.
No, they
to be
just kidnapped them, dude. Like it's not
no,
even.
But
why.
then also there was
they
people
kidnapped them at gunpoint.
They would kidnap them if the parents didn't try to drop them off, but then the parents would just drop them off anyways. Mm-hmm. Like there's stories of people being like, I had to drop my kids off and I went to that school and I know how bad it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
But you know what else is fucked up?
What?
People who act like they're being oppressed and attacked, such as Nancy Mace, a congresswoman in South Carolina.
This is so funny.
She tweeted that Antifa has tagged her home with anti-politician language, but for some reason, the only surfaces they tagged are the ones that you could power wash really easily.
Oh, yeah. And did you notice that, and this is not something I'm smart enough to figure out on my own. I saw it from a comic book artist that I follow.
Yeah. Oh, is that the A?
The eye.
The eye.
The eye has like a little, she does her eyes with a little like, round, like shape, like a U almost, not a dot. Like,
wait, is it kind of like a cursive eye where it just like goes up like that?
No. So it's like the dot over the eye is like a little U shape instead of a dot, right? It's like a little, and hers on her written documents that people have because she's a politician.
Yeah,
she does her eyes that way, and the fucking graffiti has the eye that way.
Yeah. Also, the thing I thought was really funny is they tagged the front walkway, which was standard concrete. They tagged the steps going up to her house, also standard concrete.
Yep.
And then instead of tagging the siding of the house, they tagged the concrete base of the house. And they wrote things like APAB. All politicians are bastards.
Which, fair.
Yeah, no, they are. including the politicians you like as well.
Yeah.
They are bastards. Sorry, AOC, you can be a bit of a bastard.
Yeah, fair.
Because
all
remember
are
when
bad
Biden was still doing the kids in cages thing? But they
Yes,
just made
and
the cages
AOC
nice.
did her fucking weird defense. Like,
And
it's
AOC was
better.
like, guys, it's better. And it's like, no,
It's less bad.
If literally instead you should be putting, if you really need to keep them somewhere, find like a decommissioned hotel or something, make it nice, put the kids there, and then actively be taking them out to find their families.
And I get that it's like a game where she doesn't want to piss her fellow Democrats off because she wants people to vote for the things that she wants, and it's playing the game. But it sucks still. It still sucks to publicly say that.
It felt like she did it unprompted as well.
Right. You know.
Yeah. Like, literally, I think like, even Bernie was like, come on, guys. But Bernie's like an enemy inside of his own party. Like, people like him, but they'll be like, buddy, come on.
Yeah, and even Bernie didn't fucking support defund the police. Like,
yeah. Well, because he's an old man, and he just like looks at it as, I think that the police are a necessary evil, but they are also still very bad people and should be at least, like, Bernie's one of the guys who's like, oh, put more funding so we can, like, figure out the problem.
Throw more money at police.
Or reallocate their funds to take it away from getting fucking riot gear.
Yep.
You don't even have to take the money away or give them more. They have the money.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like if you were trying to figure out a problem with the U.S. military, they have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is once again a Republican Congresswoman acting like Antifa is a real organization that's trying to hurt her.
Yeah, and it's funny that all these Antifa people, very famously, who are chill with breaking windows, didn't break any of her windows.
Yeah, no, that's as card-carrying members of Antifa, we know our favorite thing to do in the world is to smash a window.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like smashing windows?
I mean, to be fair, if I was going to go to this woman's house and spray paint, I would also smash a window.
I think I would fuck up a door as well. Like, I would definitely spray paint the door, like draw a huge cock on it that just and like just write like Republican on it. You know, like, because they're all dicks.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I would put a bit more artistry into it. Like, I'd get some like stencils. I wouldn't just blindly. I'd like stencil it out.
Yeah, if she had like windows on her garage door type deal, I'd smash them all. You know, they're easy.
Those are also very expensive to replace.
And they're not alarmed ever, because who would fucking alarm that?
Also, if you smash a garage window, how are you going to get through it? You can't fit through a garage window. Because the reason why they alarm windows,
like little guys,
is that you can then go through them. But if you smash a garage window, you're like, okay, I can fit my.
Because I mean, if you're gonna go spray paint about a politician's house, you're already, the potential that you get caught is high for petty vandalism. So wouldn't you want to go ham on that petty vandalism?
I'm sure this is some Republican who then went into like Congress and was like, we should privatize the location of our homes. They shouldn't be able to know where we live. We should privatize all of our information, and we should just be anonymous. It's like, oh, so you can do bad things?
We should do what the cops in the TV show Watchmen do.
We should do what the cops and everything do.
No, police you can figure out. I mean, sometimes they'll cover up their names illegally.
Yes.
But they're not supposed to.
Did you see the Canada thing where there was some fucking incident where cops showed up to it to like settle it down, and there was cops here wearing a thin blue line, but it was on it was like of the Canadian flag.
What?
So it was a grayed out Canadian flag. It was very stupid.
What is the leaf blue?
No, there was a thing. It was the flag was like, you know, it was our standard flag,
but in black and white.
It was in black and white, black and gray, and then there was a blue line going up the center of the leaf. There is no lines in the Canadian flag to do it with.
Why not just make the red parts blue?
Yeah. It was, and then they got like,
oh my fucking god!
The administration was like, guys, don't fucking do that.
Oh wow, the administration stopped them. The administration didn't stop the fucking cop in Toronto who got caught with a fucking Nazi tattoo.
Yeah,
the guy's still working.
That's my fucking
Toronto.
favorite joke in Community. the Matt Walsh thing where he has the fucking swastika on his chest, and he's like, it's gonna be a maze.
So this guy was a little bit cleverer because it was an SS tattoo.
It was like the Falcon or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the eagle. It was the eagle with the SS. and it was on his arm, and so when he wore a short sleeve shirt, you could see it peeking under.
Yeah.
And that's how they fucking caught it.
Even in the summer, not a lot of Canadian cops wear short sleeve shirts.
No, they don't.
Yeah. That's why you could normally see cops super fucking sweaty. They're not doing any work.
Yeah.
They're just so sweaty.
And they're all balding or bald.
Or they all have very short hair.
They all have receding hairlines or no hairline.
God, it's Ninja's birthday.
Ninja?
The Ninja.
Oh man, in celebration we shouldn't have a woman on this episode.
Oh, well, I never do.
But it was a good joke.
It was funny when last night Zahiro was like, "Oh, it's gonna be my goal to get on there now," and I'm like, "It's about video games."
I'd have her on the fucking podcast. She's funny. We just have to not do video games.
I think
We'd
it
have
would
to
be
have
funny
like a fun conversation.
I think it would be funny to have like when you move out.
Yeah.
Is to do an episode of the podcast in your new place. And just like have a party going on downstairs, and we'll just rotate people out.
That'd be funny.
On a third mic, and just be like, come up for 30 minutes and just fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person we would definitely not get on the mic is Emma.
Yeah, I really like...
So we have to get her fucking hammered. Because she'll do anything when she's drunk. Yeah. Hold up. Anything socially.
Yeah.
Like... Oh, man. I just remember when we were at George's and I heard her throwing up and I called her out in front of everybody. I'm such a bad person.
Yeah.
You know who else is a bad person, though?
Emma?
No. David Cage in Quantic Dream. So what was the one thing you saw?
So I remember when the first lawsuit was coming out where it was like, we photoshopped people's heads onto dead Nazi soldiers.
Yeah, or they also photoshopped people in their company to just
into
look
pornography.
Like yeah, that too.
We did sexual harassment stuff.
Yeah.
It was really funny because a fucking court proceeding had to describe dick butt.
So
oh my god, I haven't even thought of dick butt in years now, but dick butt's great.
So one,
yeah,
I saw some bullshit about this first before I get to it. The news publication that reported on it, this dude was like right below. I don't know why. I didn't know Quantic Dream stands existed, but he was like, "Oh, this is just another publication owned by Le Mans and the other one that called them out."
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. If you go to their Wikipedia page, they are not related at all. They're fully independent. The creator of the newspaper was a former editor at Le Mans. That's it. So he could be biased in supporting his bros, but this is also just shot for shot. Just them taking parts from the transcript in the court.
Yeah, so there's a current court case, but I think it's a follow-up to the prior court case.
The current court case is Quantic Dream suing Le Mans and the other one because they said that they have slandered their business.
That's stupid.
But very
oh my
quickly,
God, never
the
do that.
entire court has turned around and said, shut the fuck up. You guys are actually
The fact that they got away with that first one and all those people left is fucked up in general.
Also, the very easily. I don't know if translates very good or English is. You can very easily translate.
Oh,
French to English.
we don't make games for that one.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch.
Okay,
I'm just trying to find my. I had like a really good crop of it. Oh, okay. So for this, one of the COO or the CFO, whatever, the one who's not David Cage, Guillaume de Fondemire. Guillaume, yeah, that's probably it. Said, he straight up in the court said, "I'm not under oath, so can I lie?"
I'm not under oath, so can I lie?
Imagine you just like stood up in the middle of like a court proceeding and you were in the audience and just said, "Hey, I'm involved in this case, but no one's figured it out. Can I just lie about it real quick?"
That's so fucking funny. If you put that in a fucking movie, no one would believe you.
Yeah, it would be the funniest thing it would be like a very unfunny joke, but because it happened in real life, it's like, wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so the trial was held on the 27th and 28th. It's just coming out now.
Yep.
between Quantic Dream and the newspapers Le Monde and Mediapart. That's the second one.
Okay.
And it's about the video game studio is suing the two newspapers for defamation for articles that reveal. Oh, okay, there we go. The existence and distribution within Quantic Dream of racist, homophobic, and transphobic and Nazi photo montages. Mm-hmm. A practice of social fraud set up as a system. I don't understand that, but also this is like a direct French to English translation. And generally popular toxic work culture.
Okay.
So...
See, that's a really hard argument to make, because as far as I'm concerned, not only do you have to prove that the things that they printed aren't true, but you have to prove that they knew that they weren't true.
Yeah.
Which
but
is
then
like
also,
fucking impossible
as soon as they showed up to the trial...
Yeah.
During the 2 days of the trial, the leaders of Quantic Dream competed with arrogance and amateurism. Mm-hmm. They came to attack the newspapers, but the trial seems to have turned against them as they struggled to defend their decency and dignity. So, David Cage...
Yep.
In the trial, this is the way this is written is David Cage stammering in tears, explaining, "You interfere in my business," like yelling that, crying. And then he left the courtroom and ran away, like fleeing in tears. And it's tough for him since the remarks he made have gone public. And he also said, "Anyway, in my games, all women are whores. And in the open space, there is a lack of tits. And at Quantic Dream, we don't make games for fags." So, anyways, did you guys enjoy Detroit Become Human?
So this is the frustrating thing, because... we're not huge David Cage fans here. In the mainstream video game, whatever, Quantic Dream is pretty well liked. Like, you know, some people hate their stuff.
People
but
really
most
like the
people
experimental feel of like Heavy Rain, and they're like later titles, because they weren't video games; they were interactive movies.
Yeah,
they were fucking really good. Choose your own adventure books.
Yeah, they were Heavy Rain. Like, I don't love everything in all of his games or whatever, but Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, there are good chunks of those games.
But there is also horribly stupid shit.
Yeah,
the ending where if you don't save his other kid, but you save the girl, and she comes up to you at the headstone.
Oh, we're gonna fuck a new child.
I want you to make me a baby, Ethan. And then he just goes like, very sad, and then she walks away, and he pulls out a gun and just kills himself.
Those are two different.
No, this is one ending.
That's one ending?
Yeah, she walks away to the car and comes back, and he has shot himself in the head, and she says, "Ethan, I can't believe you have committed suicide! Suicide!" Is his name Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ethan Mars.
I was just thinking of fucking Ethan Winters.
Yeah, well, that's the Neil Breen bit, though. I can't believe you've committed suicide. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I love Neil Breen.
I don't know why that started playing. I have this meme say, "Fucking Stevie accused me of being obsessed with Hassan," but it's not my fault that, one, I follow Hassan on Twitter, so I see funny memes sometimes. Two, I have liked a couple of Hassan clips on TikTok.
Yeah.
So the algorithm is like, "Hey, bro, you want to see more Hassan stuff?"
I see a lot of his stuff on YouTube.
So, yeah, same as well, because I'm also subscribed to him there, and I watch his videos every once in a while. Cause,
you know who else does?
Who?
Bo Burnham.
That would make sense. He's a very popular streamer. But I saw this clip on TikTok today of Ludwig.
Where
he's like, "Let's both, on the count of three, say how many women we've slept with." And
3,
Ludwig,
2, 1.
3, 2, 1, 4. And Hassan just says, "Honestly, it's so much. I don't think I can.
I don't
counting."
remember.
And it's like, yep. And the meme
Ludwig says, "The Egyptians were able to count
to 1,000.
To 1,000.
This man has fucked so many bitches. But yeah, that makes sense. Hassan's like very hot and also keeps like
fucking porn stars.
Yeah. So the meme that I just played by accident is average homophobe, and it's Ben Shapiro rapidly writing on a board.
Yeah.
And with the fucking like,
And then average Pride Month enjoyer.
and it's just
is
like
Hassan
beautiful shots of
chilling.
Hassan, like the Chad meme. But yeah, so fuck you, Stevie, for saying I'm obsessed with Hassan. Who wouldn't be?
It's true.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you on, Hassan, if you're watching or listening.
That would be really fucking weird, actually.
It'd be cool to have Hassan on the pod.
It'd be cool to meet Hassan, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like, I think Ludwig would be cool to see, but everyone else in that circle, I don't care for.
Fucking, why are you burning bridges? Hey, Pokemane, you're from Canada. We're from Canada.
You're from Toronto.
Come to
We don't
the
live there, but
pod.
we're close.
We're close enough.
I'm sure you haven't actually set foot back into Canada in years.
Yeah.
At least in the last 2 years.
You're like a year younger than us, but you're way more successful and seem to have your life a lot more together.
It's pretty easy to have your life together when you make a lot of money off of streaming.
Yeah.
I don't understand streamers that like work more than a full-time job in streaming.
That's what you have to do to be successful.
But if you're already successful on the platform, why not just set a schedule? Like, I follow this one guy. He only streams like 3 days a week, but he still makes a lot off of that. He's a very popular Hearthstone streamer now. He used to play Overwatch, but now it's pure Hearthstone because Overwatch sucks.
Yeah, well, you can only play so much Hearthstone in a week, truly, and not just.
I don't know.
Kill
This dude
yourself.
does like 20 hours. But that's the thing is he only works like 20 hours a week for streaming, and then the rest he does like editing. But then he also has editors that he's hired. So it's just like, yeah, just fucking do that. I think it's like Hassan does it 12 hours a week 12 hours a day, every day of the week because that's what he enjoys doing. But there's people who are like, oh, it's so tiring to be on all the time. And it's like, then just fucking take a break.
Yeah.
If you're already huge,
but
yeah.
like when you're not huge.
When you're not huge, you're on that grind.
Yeah.
You got to play nonstop. You got to play one game if you want to speed through growing.
But I'm like, if it were me, I'm a variety guy.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Is like everyone big now started streaming only one thing, or they were a YouTuber with a huge audience already.
Yeah,
like fucking like Ninja streamed Fortnite only, and now I think he still plays Fortnite, but he also plays like Warzone.
Yeah,
Tim the Tatman plays whatever the most popular first person shooter is at the time, but he plays it for like 20 hours a day.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, man.
I like Apex, but I don't want to play more than 3 hours a day.
Yeah, I would play like new or old like story single player first person or like not first person single player type games.
Yeah.
I want to stream more. We should do stuff together sometimes.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We could do something together next week.
Okay.
Because I feel like I didn't write this one down, but yesterday the schedule for E3 came out.
Yeah, it did.
There is some bad conferences, and then there's some good ones. Such as Summer Games Fest starting on Thursday, June 10th.
I wonder what Capcom's going to do at theirs.
Yeah, usually they don't have one.
Yeah.
Probably Monster Hunter announcement. Then maybe they might... they do Monster Hunter, right? I'm not fucking...
Capcom does Monster Hunter, but I didn't...
Reverse. They might just drop the release date for that.
Reverse. I forgot. I thought that was part of 8.
It is, but it's like... It's kind of like Resistance, where you got it when you bought the game, but they're also going to sell it as a separate game. But no one's going to buy it as a separate game because that game is dog shit.
Yeah. It looks really
like
bad.
People who played the beta were like, this game is just bad.
Yeah.
This is the one that really confused me. Is there's a Netflix Geeked Week.
That's not about games. That's like
it's probably going to be TV shows related to video games.
Yeah. Castlevania.
And then IGN has their own expo, which will probably be a bunch of indie games.
Yep.
IGN got PC Gaming Show got the Persona 4 Golden Drop.
Yeah.
Sucks. There's a PC Gaming. That show is always garbage.
Oh my god, that show fucking blows.
Yeah. So then on Saturday, the Friday was the Netflix Geek Week and IGN Expo. On Saturday we have the Guerrilla Collective, I don't know what that is.
I'm somewhat aware.
Is it like a small collective of game developers?
Yeah.
So a bunch of indie games again?
Yep.
The Wholesome Direct. I bet these games will be very cute but worthless.
Yeah, I don't like the Wholesome Direct. I saw criticism of like the name scheme, and it's like, and I get that Wholesome has become kind of a meme, but like you can't. The definition of wholesome is that it fills your soul. Right, like that. It makes you feel better, and that's not a thing you can say about your own game in your own advertisement. That's a thing other people can say about your game.
Like I saw a guy discussing like what wholesome really means, and it's just like to them, Monster Hunter is a wholesome game. Also because like if you look at the environment in Monster Hunter, there's nothing dark going on there. It's pure like community and loving like nonsense.
Until
but then you get like
Yoko
shit like
Taro's story for
and
Monster
then you get fucking shit like Stardew Valley, where there's like dark weird shit happening in Stardew Valley, but it's a very cute
Stardew
game
Valley,
that people like, or fucking Animal Crossing. Those are the standard wholesome games. Or shit like Spiritfarer.
But Spiritfarer is all about death.
But it's also uplifting. It's a beautiful look at death.
Did you play that game?
No, I have not.
That's really cool. I didn't beat it, but I played a bunch of it and I liked it.
I just keep, I keep talking shit on games, but like they're all good games. It's just I want to play games with gameplay.
Spiritfarer has a lot. It's a fucking platformer.
Isn't it actually a platformer?
You do combat.
All I saw of it looked like it was just a bunch of talking, so maybe I'll check it out.
No, you do combat and stuff. You do lots of stuff. It's really fun.
So then after the Wholesome Direct, we have Ubisoft Forward.
Okay.
I hope they're going to move forward.
Just dance.
Gonna be okay. Can't wait for them to say some awful shit about coronavirus again. And then
here at Ubisoft, we only sexually harass 40% of our staff.
We are down a whopping from a whopping 60% down to 40%. And now men are included in that number too, to show we're really progressive. Also non-binaries. Yeah, no, also Ubisoft is just... That company is truly a company that needs to break the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's so incestuous.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I like...
Imagine being a guy who like works at like Ubisoft Toronto and you're like, I'm a really important member of this entire company. Like I'm doing really well. All my employees love me. I've never sexually harassed an employee. And then Ubisoft Montreal sends over the next guy to lead the game. And it's like, why don't you give the chance to the dude who actually works there and has like a love for the people?
And I mean, the answer is Toronto actually had a lot of problems too.
Yes, it did. I'm just thinking of like the smaller Ubisoft studios.
Yeah, Montpellier.
Where's that one?
In Montpellier.
Is that in France?
I think so. It's France or Belgium.
Yeah, actually, it could be Belgium. Yeah, so then after the Ubisoft Forward, it's Gearbox. I'm not going to watch it. Randy Pitchford's a bitch.
Yeah.
What are you going to fucking announce? Borderlands 4?
It's really frustrating.
Borderlands
3.5? Did you know that Gearbox is probably the best game company to work for that's like a AAA, like a large-scale one if you're queer?
Because Randy Pitchford won't harass you?
No, legitimately, they're one of the better employees for LGBT in the gaming industry.
That's good.
Yeah. It's frustrating. I'm like, that's fair. I'm like, what the fuck?
Ow. I just hit my arm on your fucking weird crown molding.
The pillar? You mean the pillar that keeps the roof up?
It's pretty hollow. It doesn't actually. It could, though.
Yeah, probably does. It's just it's not literally the pillar. I'm sure what it is there's a pole in the pillar and there's like space.
Yeah, so Gearbox, definitely not going to watch it, just watch a recap. Also, I'll be here doing the podcast, so...
Yeah.
And then Devolver Digital, definitely will be a late night one. We'll have to finish before that. Maybe I'll stick around and we'll just watch it together in person.
Nina Struthers. I said it before.
What are they going to parody this time, though?
They're going to be like, the past year has been...
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they couldn't do it with the last one because the last one they made fun of Nintendo Directs because that's what everyone else was doing.
Yeah. This last year has been really stressful or whatever, right? Like,
you know what I think is interesting, actually?
Yeah.
Xbox and Bethesda have their conference rolled together this year.
Yeah.
But both of them usually have 2-hour conferences.
And it's another 2-hour conference?
It's like a straight up 2 hours. So either Microsoft doesn't have a ton... Or Bethesda only has like one game.
I think that's more likely.
Or you know what? Maybe they're trying to do that. Remember, I think we were talking about this last night.
Yeah.
Where Bethesda at E3 in like 2017 was just like, here's your first look at Fallout 4, and then at the end of the trailer was a release date and it was September.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, holy shit, maybe they're going to try and do that with Bethesda from now on.
But the answer,
So like
the
Todd
thing
Howard
is,
will come
the
out
thing
and
is,
say,
the
like,
year after
this
they
game.
did that, they had they announced both Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, they were both teasers and they weren't like real games.
Yeah. Because, and I think that's because they wanted to make up for Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think
No, that was, they announced Fallout 76 there.
they announced Fallout 4 in 2017
Mm-hmm.
E3, and then said the game would come out in September, and then they announced Fallout 76 like a year later.
Yeah.
In
2018 or whatever.
2018, and then in 2019 at the last Real conference they were like, "Hey, Andrew WK is here,"
2019 they had Andrew WK. They had,
which I vibed with because I like Andrew WK.
sure,
But
they had Ikumi Nakamura, who
Yeah.
we love.
was that how
2019.
Yeah,
It was
all
a
right.
real conference. It was the one where they had too many people.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then that was also the conference where they're like, "That's right, we put a battle royale in Fallout 76," and the crowd like exploded, but everyone was like, "Who wanted that?"
cares?
Like, battle royales are arguably probably the worst genre.
I don't know about the worst. They're fun, but they're already oversaturated.
Well, you already have the best 3 is like Fortnite.
Yep.
Because it's the most unique. Call of Duty Warzone because it's the biggest.
Yep.
Like it has the biggest games and like the most longevity.
Yep.
And then
Apex.
third is Apex only because it's rule of threes.
Yeah, and then
like
and
Apex
then PUBG.
is big, but it's not even close to
But
the
even
other two.
even still, then there's PUBG.
Yeah, but PUBG keeps like falling because they
Yeah.
won't like.
But like the fact
Make
of
the
the
game
matter
better.
is, it's not even that there's 3 major ones. First of all, at the beginning there was 2, and people were like getting into this with PUBG.
It was
and
PUBG
Fortnite.
and Fortnite, yeah.
Is already dumb.
Then
we already
Warzone-
saw people fail trying to get into that.
And then Warzone showed up
Well,
and
Apex-
knocked PUBG. Then Apex showed up. For some reason,
it knocked both of them off the thing for like 2 months,
Yeah.
and then Fortnite recovered.
And then Fortnite stole all of the ideas from that made
Yeah.
Apex unique, like the ping system and the revival system.
But honestly, and then at that point, it was like Fortnite and Apex are the 2 big ones, because that people kind of stopped caring about PUBG as much.
But then Warzone came out
Warzone
and
came
truly
out.
just said, "Go
Yeah.
fuck off, PUBG," because Warzone is another like
And
realism
Warzone's
shooter.
really fun.
I just don't like it because I think there's too. It's a lot of like the games are a lot slower.
Yeah.
You get into the game a lot slower. You have to unlock to get a good loadout that you can have drop for you. You have to play and get kills with that weapon. And if you're playing on the free version of Warzone, like if you're playing Warzone, you don't have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You
Yeah.
can't get additional unlocks for the guns.
Yeah,
You have to. You can
but
only
you don't.
get them
The
by playing
loadout
the game.
thing you don't use that much anyway.
Just feel like there's people with an unfair advantage because they have spent money.
Sure.
Because they have the opportunity to go and farm kills in an easier version of the game.
Yeah. But you can still scrape by just picking up what you want off the ground.
I really think they should just make multiplayer in Call of Duty just like a free, like put multiplayer in Warzone as one game, and then just release a single player campaign that also has all the weapons locked behind it.
So here's the problem: is nobody's going to pay for the single player.
But they will pay for the weapons.
Uh,
I'm saying like you can't they won't drop for you if you don't have it. Or they'll drop for you in Warzone, but you can't put them in your loadout. So if there's like an incredibly busted weapon, you just can't use it.
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
They make enough money off of their microtransactions anyways.
Yeah, I've always said you can do microtransactions or you can make me pay full price for a video game. You shouldn't do both.
And Call of Duty has a free version of the game with microtransactions, but also a paid version with even more microtransactions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But where were we? Oh yeah, E3,
And then we got Squeenix.
Squeenix.
There might be
There's gonna-
Forspoken.
Yeah, so
and-
for sure we're gonna see whatever Ubisoft, IDOS Montreal is working on.
Yeah. FF16.
Probably FF16. No, we don't know.
And I still think that game is 2 years away.
Probably Forspoken, but we don't know. Maybe FF7 Remake Part 2, but we don't know.
I think a teaser at most.
I think that makes sense because it's the same week as Intergrade comes out, so
Yeah, Intergrade comes out on the 7th.
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care because Ratchet and Clank comes out next Friday, and so does Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting either game because I have a lot of games to play.
Yeah, I know, dickhead. We'll get to that soon. Then there's the PC gaming show. I'm not gonna watch it
Who fucking cares?
because it's gonna be bad.
I won't watch it unless there's some cool leak about some shit that's gonna happen again.
Well, yeah, but that was also that leak happened at the it was like 30 minutes before where someone was
No,
it's gonna happen.
It was the same week that it leaked, but then the game went live on the storefront. It was supposed to go live during the event when they did that, but it went live at the start of the event.
Yeah, Greg was supposed to be like, and it's available right now, and it was supposed to pop off.
Bam! But it was already out at the start of the show.
We have the Future Game Show, which I have no idea what that means.
I don't know.
Maybe, actually, wait. Yeah, maybe it's going to be like something where it's like literally developers are just going to show up and talk about games that are 3 years down the line.
Sure.
Then we got Warner Brothers games. We'll probably see more about the Batman Arkham Knights.
And maybe Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. What's the Batman one?
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
It's because it's not Arkham. It's not in the Arkham universe.
Was that a looter?
Huh?
They showed the op
It's
that it was
it's
co-op.
co-op.
If there is no loot in the game and it's pure upgrades, cool.
I think
if there is a loot aspect, I'm not gonna play it.
I think there's an XP aspect that we saw, but
like a character XP thing.
Yeah, but we don't know. I hope there's not. At the very least, I'm fine if there's loot. I hope it's not. There's no microtransactions.
I'm fine if it's like loot but minor.
Yeah.
Or loot but like it's only for like upgrades to armor. Don't like don't make the loot system huge.
Yeah.
Like Borderlands is a fine looter because you're only looting armor.
Yeah,
I mean, sorry, weapons. And like shields. Like you don't have to equip the character with like their torso, their arm guards or whatever. Destiny sucks though because it's the entire fucking thing.
Yeah.
And Neo is worse because you're constantly getting scrap armor. It's shit.
Yeah, Neo, they had to put in that feature where it like auto sorts loot.
Yeah, and you can also just say, "Hey, the reason why Neo is tolerable because at the point at like later on in the game, you're like, I won't wear anything, but that's not blue or purple, so you can just say scrap or mark everything for trash that is like green or below.
Yeah,
and then you can sell it instantly or break it up and get parts. And then on Monday, I don't know if this is one huge event. Or they just haven't. They're just saying these events are happening and there's no times for them. Take-Two. Maybe we might get a hint at GTA 6. Or we'll get more GTA Online, baby.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. Like I won't buy GTA 6.
You won't?
I guarantee I won't.
That's fine. I just think it's it could be cool. What if they like really changed up the whole formula of the game? Like it would still be not the formula, but like the storytelling where it's less satire and more them trying to be like serious.
I don't know, maybe because I liked the story in Red Dead 2, but I don't know I don't care about GTA.
Give me a female protagonist, and also don't make the fucking NPCs actually feel like fodder and give them like a life to them.
Yeah, or like I don't know. I just feel like the game design and the type of game that it is outdated. Like,
give me Western Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
make me feel bad for killing people.
GTA, I just feel I don't know, like it's outdated. Like games where there's open worlds aren't like GTA anymore because GTA's open world isn't really interactable.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Make it change it up. Actually put effort into the world.
Yeah, like I don't know.
If you're gonna make the map that huge, fill it with things.
Yeah.
Like even when they filled it with stuff with like the updated like PS4 versions,
or just make it so unbelievably large like Red Dead 2
or Just Cause.
No, like Red Dead 2 where it's so unbelievably large and it takes fucking hours to get anywhere.
The thing with Red Dead 2 though is there's no buildings in the way. Having to like navigate like a massive city streets would be so annoying.
It would at least be more visually interesting than open countryside.
Wait, what?
Like I don't know.
I know I'm lost on what you were saying.
Like if it was buildings?
Yeah, it'd be more visually interesting than...
Yeah, than open countryside.
Okay, also let's make up a city. Like, let's take a bunch of aspects of, like, multiple cities in different places. Don't just be like, this is the California city.
Go back
where
to
it's
Europe.
LA. I don't think they ever will because it's too close to home. And also, Europe has less guns.
So, do sleeping dogs.
I think the Rockstar devs are too racist to make it not about white people.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. Like Sleeping Dogs was, there's like no guns in that game till like the second half.
And it was all focused more on combat. Yeah. Also, Red Dead has like a whole fight, like a combat, like fist to fist system, which I'm sure you use more in single player, but online it's worthless. Yeah. It's just funny to tackle a guy who keeps trying to shoot you.
Yeah.
But like
that game's fun.
GTA has like a whole like parry and counter system that you're never gonna fucking use.
Yeah.
And then GTA 4 even had a bigger one.
What if... Okay, here is the thing that Take-Two... I'll probably not watch it, but here's the announcement that would make me bust a nut.
Bully 2.
Okay, that would make me bust a nut, but the one I was going to say is LA Noire 2.
What if it was like, not LA Noire, but a spiritual sequel to LA Noire?
It doesn't
and it was like an
LA
80s one. Like you were a detective in like a different time period.
I wouldn't say 80s. 80s I think is
70s?
too obvious. 60s. 60s would be is a different
because it was like
area.
50s in LA Noire, right?
It was 40s. Late 40s.
Yeah, because that's why I said 50s.
Yeah.
And also time passes, so it probably hits the 50s in that.
No, it's like you start in 1946.
Oh, okay.
Like you literally got out the army to be a cop.
You went from oppressing people overseas to oppressing people at home.
You went from killing the Japanese to killing...
Also, LA is a cool location, but I think New York would be really cool.
Yeah, it's LA Noire is LA because it's trying to be like LA Confidential.
It's trying to look like those old cop movies.
The 40s detective movies, and I feel like if you did New York, it's a bit too much like the Naked City.
Yeah.
There's 8 million stories.
All right, so then City. After so LA Noire 2.
LA Noire 2, whatever that
LA
winds
Noire
up being.
would make you come.
Yeah, no matter what it is. If
it's your cum rocket.
If it's an identical game where it's like the same story even in the same location, I'm nutting. If it's somewhere else in the world doing a slightly different kind of noir type movie, slightly different time period, slightly different whatever, I'd come. Like I'm here for it. The LA Noire is such a cool game, and there's like nothing else like it.
So then we after that we got Capcom. Probably another Monster Hunter reveal.
Yeah, like a
Monster
DLC.
Hunter Stories 2 is supposed to come out soon.
Isn't it already out?
Maybe they just put out like Monster Hunter 3.0, so maybe they'll announce like a roadmap going forward.
Yeah, maybe we'll see more for Rise. What else is there? Maybe we'll see the RE4 remake.
That would be cool because there is so much.
Oh wait, there's Pragmata. Pragmata was the one they announced at the PS5 show that we haven't seen. It's supposed to come out in 2022, so we'll probably see more Pragmata.
Wings of Ruin comes out next month. It's July 9th.
July 9th?
That's the Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Oh.
A Resident Evil 4 remake announcement would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, since they built like the village assets can just like be thrown into
you can reuse a lot of it into an RE4. So yeah, RE4 make.
God, regenerators are going to be a bitch.
RE4 make, we might see some more Monster Hunter content updates.
They'll probably announce that like, oh, this character, this fan favorite fucking Safi Jiva is going to show up in Rise, which was
stuff like that.
One of the end game monsters before the
probably
game.
Rise's PC port.
Yeah, probably be announced. That game has to come out up to 3.0 at least.
Yeah.
Because 3.0 has the proper story ending.
What else does Capcom have? Yeah, so like I said, Pragmatic. I don't think there's any new.
No, Street Fighter 6 is like possibly in development. But
we know it. No, it is in development, but it's probably going to be a little bit longer.
That'd be an Evo announcement. That's where you'd get the most eyes.
Yeah. But Street Fighter's really big, so it might be because it's probably the most well-known fighting game outside of Smash Brothers.
Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter's more known than fucking.
If we're talking worldwide, yes. If we're
Yeah.
talking just over here, Mortal Kombat, and E3 is a Western event.
Right, but what I'm saying is like Street Fighter came first. It's still very popular. It and Mortal Kombat are the two most well known. I'm not even saying most played. I'm saying like I think more people know of Street Fighter than of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But I think more American people or people in general, arguably around the world, have played more Mortal Kombat than have played of Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat is definitely more played around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
people around here have no fucking taste.
That's true.
Block button, gross. Get out of here.
Who needs a block button? Just walk backwards, bitch.
Yeah. Then there's like 3 other things that no one cares. Mythical games, don't know what that is. Freedom games, maybe they'll talk about how America is so cool. And then Razer.
That's lame.
Yeah.
So I want to stick around Capcom because Capcom's cool. Do you think it's been enough time that we could see an announcement for DMC6? Because you know it's going to happen because DMC5 was the highest selling DMC.
2018, right?
2019.
2019? Yeah, I think we could definitely get an announcement for a DMC6. Maybe a teaser.
Yeah. I know Special Edition just came out in November.
But that's not real. That's not a full remake.
No, it's not.
Or a full, like...
It took development time.
To make Virgil.
Yeah, but also to do the fucking ray tracing.
Yeah. So then on Tuesday, we have the real exciting one.
What?
Nintendo Direct.
Oh, yeah. What are you most excited for Nintendo? I don't really have anything that I care about.
Well, they'll definitely show off the final DLC fighter because it's been a couple months since Pyra and Mythra.
Right. I forgot about Smash Bros.
Yeah. Everyone does because it's bad. I think I definitely Breath of the Wild 2 news.
Yeah, you think there's stuff?
At
the last Direct he said, a little bit longer, a little bit later.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be a fucking Zelda Direct and they only showed off one thing that no one cared about.
Yeah.
Well, people were like, whoa, so cool. And then I saw the gameplay. I'm like, whoa, it's like I'm playing my Wii U again. A thing I still have, and I still have my copy of fucking Skyward Sword, so I'll just play it there. I don't think Pokemon will get anything. I think they could announce something new with Mario.
They just had that Pokemon Direct, so yeah.
Did they? When was that?
Yeah, with the new Pokemon news for the fucking...
That wasn't a Direct. They just dropped, like, things.
Trailers.
Like, trailers, yeah. So, I don't think... Because we're getting, like, Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in September.
I don't think we're going to see much more of that shit. Just because we've already seen it. They had that Direct. They announced it. Like, I don't think we're going to see much more of...
Well, I don't think we're going to see much more until... at least for Legends Arceus, for, like, 6 months before that game comes out.
Because that's going to come out in January, February, right?
Yeah, it's 2022, but, like, right at the beginning.
Yeah, like, it has a date. It's not even just, like, a month. It has a date.
Yeah, the real hope is... either Metroid Prime 4 or Bayo 3.
Yeah, Bayo 3. The last we saw of Bayo 3, the Game Awards 2017. It is 2021.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it might be at the Microsoft event.
What?
So there's rumors right now that Arxis is working on a My Hero Academia fighting game.
There's already 2,
and they're not good. But it's all that this is. But those are supposed to be like casual, like CyberConnect sort of things. But they're made by Atlas, I think.
No, they're CyberConnect.
They're CyberConnect. Yeah, and they were bad. So
My Hero 1's Justice and My Hero 1's Justice 2.
Yeah,
which is the worst fucking name.
Yeah,
1's Justice 2.
I think. But then, like, you know, we would get like a proper 2D fighter.
You know, it's not even called My Hero Academia.
But here's the fucking thing that sucks.
Yeah,
they don't deserve it.
No.
There's so many more properties that deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, fucking One Piece, for sure. There's never been a good One Piece fighting game.
I think One Piece doesn't need a fighting game. I think One Piece needs, like,
if we're talking at them purely as promotional tools...
I'm not.
Then One Piece...
I'm talking about them as, like, video games that should exist. One Piece needs a Dragon Quest type game.
They already have a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly the type of game that One Piece should be, because it's an adventure.
But they have so many cool fighting sets and stuff. You can have like 40 different Zoros, just like how there's 40 different Gokus. You only need like 2 Luffys. Actually, you only need 1. Just make it fucking post time skip.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just One Piece has very cool fighting and has a huge cast of characters. Think about like My Hero Academia, who has a cool fighting like set. It's like Deku has like a full range of motions.
Yeah.
Bakugo also has a full like kit. Fucking Todoroki just fires blasts of fire and ice. He's a zoner. Ida is just he runs fast and kicks every once in a while. Then that's like the kids. Everyone else doesn't really.
Do you want to know? When you said he runs fast, my brain went, they should make a DC Comics fighting game.
There was some talk about Capcom doing something with that.
Think for 2 more seconds.
What? The Mortal Kombat one?
Injustice.
Oh,
1 and
right.
2.
There was also Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe,
Yeah,
which became Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was talk. No, there was talks about someone doing a Marvel one.
Probably
It wasn't Capcom. It was NetherRealms.
No, seriously?
Yeah. So they might do a Marvel versus DC Universe.
Okay, that'd be
fighting game.
sick.
Like
Honestly,
an Injustice, but like with Marvel characters.
Honestly, that'd be pretty cool. I'd probably.
It would
pick
be
that
fine.
up.
I just don't like how NetherRealms makes
I
their
don't,
games.
but you know, I'd probably play it.
Yeah, and also the reason
I mean,
they
it's
said
Marvel
that
versus
Arxis
DC.
would probably show up at
Dude,
Xbox
okay.
and Bethesda is because that's where Dragon Ball FighterZ was announced. And also they have a deal where Arxis works with Sega a lot,
Yeah.
and Sega has a deal with Microsoft right now.
They have some deals with Microsoft.
Yeah.
We'll probably see a lot more. We'll probably see maybe a bit more of Lost Judgment at E3 because of how popular Yakuza's become.
That could also be at the Xbox event.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, because there's no Sony one anymore.
Yeah, so
Unless they decide to spontaneously drop it.
they probably won't. They'll probably
Yeah.
do one a little bit later.
Then there's on Tuesday after the Nintendo Direct at some point there is Bandai Namco's one.
Oh, Bandai Namco has a whole show?
Yeah, which
Why?
is weird because they don't have any big franchises to do that with.
Elden Ring,
I guess they do have FromSoft.
Dark Souls 4. You got too many souls.
And then there's something
That one's
else.
going to be about having too many.
And there's some shit called Steam Next Fest. I don't know what that is.
That's the PC gaming show.
No, there's
probably.
another PC. The PC gaming show was on Sunday. Steam
I don't
Next
know.
Fest is something else.
Steam Next Fest is the Steam PC gaming show.
Yeah, because the PC gaming show is sponsored by Epic.
Yeah.
So they were like, no, we won't do announcements there anymore.
do it. We're going to show off Half-Life 4.
Skip 3.
3 was Alex.
Alex is actually a prequel reboot series.
Yeah.
Because there's the end of Half-Life Alex has time travel bullshit that changes how Half-Life 2 Episode 2 ends. I don't know that for sure, but that's what Gavin was telling me, and he's a big Half-Life fan.
Is it time travel bullshit, or that's like intentional, or do you think it's retcon?
I would say retcon because that guy left Valve and then put out the entire script for Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
So they probably like, fuck, let's go retcon shit so that that script cannot possibly happen anymore. Yeah. So anyways, that's the news.
Yeah. Ugh. I've got a mosquito bite on my fucking knee. and
Nice.
it's
I didn't get
killing
bit
me.
yesterday.
I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, I know.
But I looked so hot.
Yeah.
And I continue to look hot.
Yeah. What time are we at?
An hour 13 minutes.
Okay, I thought we were on more.
All right, do we want to save Invincible to last?
Let's save Invincible for last because we're just going to blatantly spoil that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the new game I've been playing.
I had other things. I have 2 other things that I forgot to write down. It's Monster Hunter and Mass Effect.
Let me look at
You have, I think, you have a comic book again and a video game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, basically...
I'm Epic, and you're fucking stupid.
No, I am dumb, and you know I've been talking about on this show that like there's games that I want to finish that I like and enjoy, and like Nier Replicant, for example, I love Nier Replicant. It's a great game, but when I come home from work, I don't want to be sad, and I'm at the part of the game where the entire game's sad, which is the entire second half, is the nonstop sadness.
Yeah, God, playthrough B is so much sadder though.
Oh yeah.
Well, but also that's because you get to hear from the perspective of
Of the shades.
yeah.
Nier Replicant is genius.
You know what's actually...
What?
You know what? Playthrough B of Nier, like
Yeah.
Automata,
Yeah.
the fucking... The mannequin lady...
Yeah.
The one who's like the robot who's trying to be beautiful. I
Yeah.
think it's so funny that the reason why she's a villain is because of Jean-Paul in
Yeah.
the village.
Yeah, man.
Jean-Paul is such an asshole, he created a mass murderer.
Did you know that John Paul is the reason why the game came out a little bit later in North America?
Why?
Because so in Japan, his name is not John Paul. It's Sartre.
I don't know.
Sartre. John Paul Sartre, the famous philosopher, because there's a lot of characters named after philosophers.
Yeah, Pascal.
Yep, for example. And Sartre is one. But for whatever reason, like, there's some weird copyright or family dispute bullshit.
Oh.
And so, I don't know if you know this, but when you do that side mission, you know every side mission has, like, one voice line when you beat it? Right? When you do the side mission where you... Or, like, a few voicemail lines or whatever. And so... They just changed the character's name in text to John Paul in the English version, even though like the English dub in Japan, like in the Japanese version, still has Sartre. But what's really funny is because they recorded the actor saying Sartre, when you do the mission, and like 9S is like, oh, Jean Paul or whatever, like, has a lot of girlfriends or whatever. There's like a loud bleep when he says John, like, over it, but the subtitles just say John Paul, but it's like 9S says, wow, has a lot of girlfriends. That's true. If you play the fucking game, it's bleeped when that line. Which is very funny. But if you played the Japanese version, which has the English dub and English translation because it came out only like 2 weeks before, it's so funny. It's such a low tech fix. But yeah, no, we were talking about, we shouldn't be talking about Nier. Whatever. I love Nier. It's great, but it's sad. When I come home from work, I'm already sad and tired, and I don't want to deal with more sad shit.
Yeah, you're one of those losers.
Sometimes. I'm still getting used to working. I'll probably be more okay with it once I'm more used to it. But I decided to start a new video game.
Yeah,
like an idiot.
Instead of fucking doing the games you already have.
Yeah. Okay, listen.
You haven't even started Mass Effect, another full price game you already bought.
I'm special. I'm built different.
Yeah, you're built different. No, you're not, because Anthony does the same fucking thing.
All right. Well, shout out to Anthony. The game I started was The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1, which, in case you don't know, the Trails series under the Legend of Heroes series is a series of games all take place in the same universe, and there's like a couple different story arcs. There's Trails in the Sky. There's a different one that never came here that has 2 games, and then the Trails of Cold Steel series, which has 4 games that follow this group of characters. It's a really fun turn-based RPG with like a couple of its own little interesting game mechanics. But really what it is it's like, hey, do you like Fire Emblem 3 Houses?
No.
Yeah, you do, bitch.
No, I don't.
Okay, do you like Persona?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't like this game, but I know a lot of people really liked Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Persona. So this is kind of like that. This is it's a medieval fantasy world. You're going to high school. Well, it's not high school. It's like soldier school to learn how to be a soldier. And there is like an element of days passing, but it's not quite as intense as Persona, like, at all. But it's just, I don't know, like, it's fun. It's cozy. I really like the world building. There's a lot of like good info about the world. It very much feels lived in. And yeah, I don't know. I'm like a little bit in. I'm in chapter 2 of I think 8. And it's a fun game, dude. Like, very cozy, makes me feel comfy. Met a girl who rides a motorcycle and wears a black leather outfit, and she's hot.
Nice.
But yeah, you do S-links with characters, but it doesn't work the exact same way. It's like an XP bar. But yeah, But like, it's really cool. I would recommend, if you're interested in it, check it out. Now, Trails from Cold Steel 1 and 2 are both PS3 games that have like really basic remasters on PS4. So the game I'm playing like doesn't have the best graphics in the world. It's like, first of all, it's pretty low budget. It's like Falcom. It's not it's not like fucking huge budget. So the game does look kind of early PS3, like really weak sauce slash like late PS2 slash like kind of PS Vita graphics, even though it's a late PS3 game. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's cool. I probably will check out the series. I'm really enjoying it.
That's good.
It's really fun. I had to, fix a dispute between the government trying to do increased taxes while not providing any services to come with that.
Sounds like the government as always.
I guess. I don't know. We got free healthcare. We really can't complain about our taxes.
Yeah.
Also, my job gets paid from your taxes.
Yeah. And I wish you weren't getting paid. Fuck you.
Hey, man, somebody needs to do my thing, I think. I don't know. People want to come to the country. But yeah.
They shouldn't be allowed. They're coming here and taking all the jobs that I refuse to work because they don't pay enough, but I'll complain about them taking my jobs.
Yeah. But yeah, Ian, if you like RPGs, you like something a little cozy, you might like this game. It takes a little bit to settle into like some of the quirks of its combat system, but it's fun. And also, it's not full price. It's like slightly less. It's like $50. But all the other ones are full price. But I didn't buy all of them yet. I just will, probably, eventually. Because I'm enjoying this. And it doesn't seem super long. So. What do you got?
Nice. Just still been playing Mass Effect every fucking week.
Well, what more do you possibly have to say about Mass Effect that you haven't said?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah?
Mass Effect 3 is the best one romantically. Because when you... Also, it's the one... I think if you don't carry over your Mass Effect 2 romance...
Yeah.
You have you don't have a lot of options. But because of that, I think they put in a lot more effort into like the romances that you can carry over. Because I remember when I played as a human, I brought over my romance from Mass Effect 1 with Liara into Mass Effect 3. And there's a lot of parts with Liara in the game that I thought was just in the game, but they're not. So this time I'm playing FemShep, as I've said. Yeah. The best version of Shep, because Mark Mir, while you are fine, Jennifer Hale is a better voice actress. Much better. And so I'm hooking up with Garrus. And now I'm getting all these sweet, tender moments with Garrus. Where, like, when you can go talk to him after some missions where you're like, hey, how's your family? Did they make it out there? But when you're fucking him, like when you are currently dating, he, you'll like go over and you'll like, while he's trying to look away, you'll like do like tender like caress of his like mandible and make him look at you and shit. You'll be like, hey babe, it's all gonna be okay, sort of shit. And then there's like additional dialogue for like a lot of things where he references the fact that he's very much in love with you.
Aww.
And then in like, there's just so many more missions. And then when this one you can do with Shepard, with like Garrus and Shepard, you both go and have some beers on top of like this random fucking like bridge on the Citadel.
Yeah.
And you like throw fucking like canisters of like alcohol into the air and take sniper shots at them. And the last one is like hit it or miss on purpose. And when you miss on purpose, Garrus says like, my name is Garrus Vicarian and this is my favorite spot on the Citadel. And I always miss because I love that line.
That's funny.
But then if you're FemShep and you're trying to fuck him, he'll turn around and like say some romantic shit to you. Yeah, and you'll give a little kiss. Which is weird. You can't really kiss since he doesn't have lips.
Yeah, that's gross.
How dare you? He's my beautiful scarred up boyfriend.
He's your beautiful fucking fashy...
He is. Yeah, he is.
Boyfriend.
But then, like, there's a bunch of other stuff. And then I started the Citadel DLC, which is pure fucking fan fiction. Everything that happens is ridiculous, and all the characters, like, are just amped up to 100. They all have, like, jokey lines and shit. And the fact that they brought Rex back as a companion just for that one DLC is just like, this is just supposed to be like, hey guys, remember Mass Effect 1?
Yeah.
Remember the best companion in the game, Rex? He's just a badass again.
Oh yeah, because Rex is like the leader of.
He's the king of the Krogans.
Yeah.
In Mass Effect 2, he's trying to unite all the clans. In Mass Effect 3, he has pretty much done that. But there's still people who be like, I don't think we should have a centralized leader. And Rex goes like, fight me, pussy. And they don't. And also, Rex, pure feminist ally.
Yeah.
Krogan women led their own clans and stayed off to the side, and they just kind of mated with each other, didn't have a concept of relationships. Rex, as the leader of the Krogan people, when he gets Eve, I can't remember her Krogan name, as when she becomes the first fertile female, and Rex very much knocks her up very quickly, she becomes the queen of the Krogans.
Yeah.
So there's a line where Rex says they might not be too thrilled about having to take orders from her, but if they have a problem with her, they can come talk to me. Being like, the women deserve to be in power. So in the Citadel DLC, when you're dating Garrus, you get in this big fight against enemies, and you get this overpowered silence pistol, and there's like a shitty stealth part of the game. And Garrus calls you, and he's like, "How did they really fight you and not know that Archangel is your boyfriend?" Because that's like his badass name when he was
I remember.
when he was the Punisher.
Yeah.
So, God, Mass Effect 3 is just, the story is bad. Or it's not great. It's not as good as Mass Effect 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But the character moments are there. They're so good.
Yeah, I remember thinking 3 was the best one up until near the end.
Yeah, and also, you go, you do a bunch of shit, and then you go encounter then you find out where the Elusive Man's base is, and then you just play straight gameplay till the end. And that's the most unfortunate part, because Mass Effect is a game for the story, the gameplay comes secondary.
Yeah, that's true.
In 3, it's really all about the gameplay, and that's why it's kind of the most boring one at times.
Because it's like, oh, this is Gears of War.
Yeah, it has amazing character moments, but also just really cool combat. But I want more of the character moments.
Yeah.
Also, I got one scene. This is the first time ever where I have solved a conflict where both sides won. I had always fucked it up in previous playthroughs. Did you play through all of Mass Effect 3?
I did, but I don't think I 100%ed it.
Well, do you remember the part where the Quarians and the Geth?
Is that in 3? I thought that was in 2.
There's the part where you go for Tally's mission.
Yeah.
And Geth have taken over the scientist ship.
Yeah.
But in Mass Effect 3, you're trying to retake Rannoch, the Quarian homeworld that the Geth took over, when the Quarians tried to kill their creations.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you do it properly and there's a point system, there is 7 total points. You have to get 5 of them. And I had already missed the opportunity for 2 of them because it's in Mass Effect 2. Where when you do Legion mission, instead of rewriting the Geth, you have to destroy them. And then you get plus 2 points. So what you have to do is you have to save this admiral, you have to do all the shit for Tally, and you can make it so that you can call off the fight between the Geth and the Quarians, and they both get to live. Or if you don't have the options, one of them will die. If you choose the Geth, Legion tries to kill you, and Tally kills him for you. If you side with the Geth over the Quarians, Tally takes her mask off and just fucking swan dives off of a cliff and kills herself.
I don't remember what I did in 3.
And there's an option, a Paragon option to try and save her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just there to give you hope because you can't.
I don't remember what I did.
But so I saved them both. Well, I saved both the species. Legion always dies.
Oh, really?
It's just either he becomes a martyr for his people and uses his brain code to upload and let the Geth become true AI and not part of a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
Or you kill him because you're killing all the Geth. So I found a part later on where I walked over to the map and my like little secretary specialist trainer, she's like, Tally's hanging out in the lounge and she seems like she's going through some shit. I'm like, I just saved everyone though. So I went down and she's just there getting super hammered on alcohol, and she's like, and Shepard's like, how are you drinking? You have to wear a mask. And she's like, it's going through this emergency induction port. And Shepard just looks down. She's like, Tally, that's a straw. There's so many like cool, like little cute things in the game that's just like, you guys are friends. You all like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the end of the game happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Mass Effect 3.
Pretty good.
8 out of 10.
All right, that's great.
Yeah.
You got anything else? I got some.
You got
Immortal
Comic
Hulk.
Book, and then I got Monster Hunter, and then we can talk
So
about
hey,
Invincible.
you remember how last week I was talking about how Immortal Hulk's really good? Immortal Hulk's really fucking good. It's great. You should read it. I mean, if you read comic books, you probably already know about it. It's currently outselling Batman.
Ooh.
Which is crazy. But it's one of the best currently ongoing comics. It's really sick. I don't know. It's hard to say much more without spoiling it, but Immortal Hulk's really cool.
He's the Hulk. He lives forever.
They're doing a lot of body horror stuff,
Ooh.
which is what's cool about it.
Okay.
Body horror is great. I really like that Hulk's trying to smash capitalism.
Oh, I thought he was trying to fuck somebody.
No.
Damn.
No, he's trying to smash capitalism.
That green gif from that Avengers movie. I saw a dorkly article about that a long time ago where they called it the worst gif on the internet. I'm like, I've seen worse.
Yeah. But it's one of the worst.
I think it's fine. Actually, the only reason why it looks like bad is because Black Widow looks like it like implies rape.
I guess, yeah.
That's the part that makes it bad.
But Immortal Hulk, the comic, really fucking cool. I love all the side characters. I'm loving this stuff. I like that it's like got all this cool shit in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a superhero comic at all. Like at all. Yeah. I don't know. I like it a lot. The worst thing is that I'm buying the hardcovers, and the next hardcover probably isn't coming out till next year.
Oh.
Even though like the comic's still coming out, so I'm like, do I buy the soft covers? Do I?
Just
I don't
read it
know.
on Comixology and then buy the hardcovers later as
Yeah.
like a collector thing.
Yeah. Have you started using Comixology? It's really good.
No, I think I might to read Invincible.
Yeah.
But also, I'm just going to wait for that second season announcement because depending on the time between the seasons, I might wait because I think the animation's really good. Also, I have a problem where if I read the source material, I probably won't watch the animated version anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, the fucking Demon Slayer movie came out.
And you haven't seen it because
I haven't seen it because I know what happens.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty, but it's just a spectacle at that point.
Yeah.
I'm a very much a I don't like spoilers sort of guy. Like, I understand there's people
See,
who's like,
I'm the kind of guy who'll do both. Like Monster, I watched it and read it all.
it depends. It's just like, yeah, Fast and the Furious isn't a very, like, story-heavy thing, but I still don't want to know beat for beat what happens.
That's fair. See, I like to see it. Another good reason to check out both is to see how it's changed, because like there is inevitably changes between.
Well, yeah, like how the thing with the Omni-Man and Invincible at the end of episode 1 wasn't that like not
it's a little
to
bit.
happen?
It's a little bit later in the comic.
It's out of order, but it's probably better how they did it in the show.
That makes sense because like.
Also, they need to draw you in. They need to get they need to grasp you because
as like
it's a
a
relative
cliffhanger.
unknown.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I would loan you the first volume of Immortal Hulk, but I've already loaned it to my uncle
That's fine.
because he wanted to check it out.
And also, don't loan me things because clearly I'd never give them back.
I don't fucking care. I know where you live.
Yeah, Nathan and
I went to Ian's house yesterday.
for the first time because I have moved.
He moved
since
like
quarantine.
8 months ago.
Yeah, in November.
Yeah, and so like, I went to Ian's house for the first time.
And I have this big bookshelf in my room.
Big bookshelf. I immediately pointed out that he still has my Serenity comics.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I don't fucking read. Like, that's my problem, is I buy things and I'm like, I'm gonna read it, and then I don't.
I thought you read them. I just
No,
thought
I
you
didn't.
kept them. Oh my god. I loaned you
But
those
they're-
like 4 years ago when we
they're
watched
like-
Firefly together.
They're right next to my Akira box set. Haven't read that either.
Oh, I read up to the 3rd volume of Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Immortal Hulk, really sick. Really fucking cool comic. I really like what they do. Again, Hulk's trying to smash capitalism. We're talking cool shit. We're talking fucking... It gets really spacey. It gets kind of mental health-y.
Yeah, where did
really cool.
Filipino Captain America come from?
Oh, the thing that I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're doing a comic...
Also, is that an adult?
yes, she's a college girl.
I would smash.
Yes.
Because you fucking sent me a message, but she's
was
wearing
like-
she's wearing a skirt, and
Yeah.
and whenever I see a character wearing a skirt, it kind of seems very youth-like to me.
It's
pretty
well,
much
it's a
because
dress,
of
isn't
anime.
it?
What?
It's like a. Isn't the skirt connected to the?
No,
top?
it is, because most superhero suits are all one big connected
so
piece.
doesn't that make it technically a dress?
Yes, but it looks like a skirt
Yeah.
because of where the flowy part begins
Yeah.
and ends. It like goes right on the knee and starts right at the lower part of the waist.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But yeah, so what they're doing, I don't know if you've heard about this. They've been hyping this up for like months now. In August, they're starting a comic called United States of Captain America,
Yeah.
where Cap and Bucky go across America to see heroes that are inspired by Cap doing good around the U.S. And so there's one character that they
no,
introduce.
it's a skirt.
Is this skirt?
It's a skirt with like suspenders.
Oh.
It's kind of like what Makoto wears
Hmm.
in Persona 5.
Um.
Which I think they all wear suspenders. Like suspenders is a part of the
Yeah.
uniform in that school.
But yeah, so there's a character that's going to be introduced in issue 1 who's like a gay homeless teen who like he protects other homeless kids like trying to jump on trains and shit.
You mean like Brick from DC New 52 Teen Titans?
Wow, that is a pull. I didn't read Teen
That
Titans.
was the first thing I started because I really like Teen Titans and I really
Yeah.
like Young Justice. When I wanted to start reading comic books, that was the first one I read. God, it sucked.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a really bad one. But there was a kid named I can't remember what his real name is, but he was a gay Latino kid
yeah.
who runs away from home, and he meets or Robin tracks him down, and he's like a fanboy and wants to be a superhero, and his power is that he can create like brick walls with psionic energy or
So
whatever.
this is a kid who's made a Captain America suit. Like he's not a
Does he
superhero.
have powers?
I don't think so.
Does
I think he's just a
Filipino Captain
badass.
America have powers?
I don't think she does. I think she's just a badass.
Okay.
But I think that's the whole thing is like going across the country and seeing these people, these characters, and like what they do. It's a cool, but honestly, like the character designs and the pitches for these like different Captain Americas, I'm like, I'll check this book out when it comes out. It sounds cool. And again, it's like a road trip of Steve and Bucky, and so doesn't that sound like fun? Right?
Yeah. Ari Agbayani.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
Apparently, so the reason I found out about her is like apparently her first name means like penis, and
Okay.
it was just funny.
Well, maybe it's like the Dragon Ball Z thing.
Like what?
Goku's wife's name is Titties.
True.
That's why there's a pun later on that doesn't trans well to English, but they still use it because of Vegeta's like motions.
Mm-hmm.
Where Goku his entire life, whenever he meets a creepy old man, he's like, "How would I get you a kiss from a hot young thing?" And he's always talking about Bulma because he understands that that's what Bulma was lusted after by Master Roshi when she was 15. Yeah, I know. Master Roshi's a fucking piece of shit. Should have evolved. And it's the fact that those characters still exist in anime is just so shitty.
Yeah.
But so when Vegeta finds out that Goku volunteered his wife to be molested, he yells at Goku. He's like, "Why don't you let this old fuck feel up Chi-Chi's Chi-Chi's then, you dickhead?" Vegeta is the only good man in Dragon Ball Z, but he's also a mass murderer.
I don't think he's very
Oh,
good.
sorry, the only good Saiyan.
I don't
Because
think
Krillin is a good man.
Piccolo.
Piccolo is asexual and technically has no gender.
But he refers to himself as he.
Oh, you're right. Actually, my bad.
He just doesn't
And he
have-
allows other people to refer to himself as a him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's weird that his race of people is like very tribal and nomadic,
yeah.
but like they have space travel. Like, it's not like Piccolo was teleported to Earth, or like Piccolo's ancestor who became Piccolo and Kami. It's just fucking they had spaceships. It doesn't use like electricity. It's magic purely.
Weird.
And it's able to travel through space at faster speeds than human ships could at the time.
Let's just move right on to Invincible then.
Oh, I still had Monster Hunter.
Oh, I thought you... Okay.
No, so Monster Hunter finally put out their update that finishes the story and gives a real final boss.
That's good. I thought you said the final boss was already alright.
That's what I'm saying. It was all right, but it wasn't a boss that like requires skill to beat, because you didn't actually really fight the boss with your weapon.
Oh, it was one of those ones where you shoot the cannons at it?
Yeah, you fire like cannons. You put them in a position. Like, you could literally probably kill them without doing a single hit with your actual sword or hammer or lance or whatever. So now they released along with a very powerful Elder Dragon at the end of the game, they released the final story mission where you fight Ibushi, which is the male version of the final boss.
Yeah.
And that one is kind of similar to the old one, and it's made to be completed in under 5 minutes.
Okay.
Implying you are so much more powerful than this dude that used to be like a massive threat to you. And then you crash through the floor in Coral Palace, and underneath it is Narwa, who was the original final boss.
Yeah.
And she just straight up kills her husband and absorbs all of his power, and becomes Narwa the All-Mother, and now uses thunder powers and dragon powers, which is pretty much just air. And you have to fight it, but they don't spawn battlements for you to use anymore. Like, there's no cannons or fucking ballistas. It's literally just like hit it with your sword as best you can. And it's very strong. It zoops around a lot. It's very quick. It's a very entertaining fight. And when you beat it, you get a new piece of like things from it called Scales of Origin or Orb of Origin. And what you use those to do is upgrade either the Ibushi armor set or the Narwa armor set. And it gives you a new ability that when you upgrade all the pieces above level 10, you get this new ability, which for the first 3 pieces of it, it increases your Thunder and Dragon attack and your base attack, which is already huge to do. And then it increases your... and then it just gives every single like equipped skill you have +1 to it. So pretty much you're just wearing a full armor set with maxed out skills. It's very cool. And they finish the story. You walk back into town, everyone's like waiting at the gates for you, and you show up and they're like, "Woo!" They've saved
wouldn't
us.
you prefer
If everyone was dead?
version,
Yeah,
where hunters become the only thing left because only the people with the monopoly on violence are allowed to use it?
Everyone else in the town has the ability to be a hunter. They just aren't certified hunters. So they're all equally capable of violence. And there's other hunters inside the town, so you wouldn't be alone.
No, but that's one of the things he had at the end.
Yeah,
where it's
I
like
know.
It's like what you do causes the problems because you're a violent person.
Yeah, so then there's a new final monster, which I have to get to HR 100 to fight. I am not there. Turns out Chris is.
Yeah.
He's just been casually playing and never mentioning it. He doesn't ask
Because he has
me to play.
depression.
I know. Have you seen him on Twitter recently?
Yeah. Have you
Follow
seen him in
@Krongle.
person last night?
Yeah.
Did you see him leave super early?
Well, Emma had to work the next day.
Oh, okay.
Emma worked like early in the morning today, so he left with her. So also, he wasn't drinking or anything, and they didn't smoke, so maybe he just doesn't want to, because I think that also fucks him up. What?
I don't know.
Let's not diagnose our friend when he's not here. He's a lovely boy. He's just very sick of capitalism like we all are.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, Monster Hunter, great. When that game comes out on PC, it has to launch already with that update.
It might, or it might, be 1 month like it was in real life.
It was a lot longer than that. And there was like 6 months between like Iceborne, and then we had to wait for the content people got in Iceborne as well. So.
No, what I'm saying is, excuse me, the 3.0 update, didn't it come out like only 1 month after Rise?
It just came out, and Rise has been out for 2 months.
Oh, 2 months, sorry.
Yeah. But I'm saying when the game whatever PC port they are working on, it needs to launch with this update because we
don't even really know that they're making one, but they probably will.
They are. Yeah. They said they were. Monster Hunter World though, when it launched, there was like 20 updates
included.
No, not included. There was 20 updates like already out, and with World, you just started with nothing.
Yeah.
They put the updates out a lot faster, but we were still like 6 months behind, even up until the end. And then we were 6 months behind on Iceborne, and it took them 3 months post Iceborne on PC to catch up to where the console was. And then because they shafted the consoles, and they were like, "There's not going to be any updates for a few months because we need to get the PC crowd on track."
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe hopefully they'll put in like some sort of cross-platform or character carryover shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Cross-platform play might be hard because obviously Capcom servers on the PC would be better than the Nintendo servers on Switch.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the Invincible animated series.
Yeah. Full spoilers.
Full spoilers.
Just like Amazon's promotional materials. Full spoilers.
Yep. Well, the trailers didn't have spoilers. It was just the fucking...
When episodes 7 and 8 were coming out, they showed, like, the think meme.
Yeah.
It's like, someone is like, "Oh, that's not a spoiler, it's out of context." And, like, Omni-Man is bloodied up, and he's looking down on Mark, like, "Come on, you dumbass." Like, clearly he put him there.
It's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Invincible's great. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. I read the comic like 10 years ago.
Well, I got a question about Amber in the comics.
She's white.
But is she a ginger?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one joke.
Yeah, they keep turning ginger people into black people.
Yeah.
We already did that joke on the podcast.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, man, my bad. I just also...
Wally West, Jimmy Olsen...
April O'Neil.
But
so this dude named Sylvanus, he makes like shorts on YouTube. He says, "Replacing redheads with black people is such a funny coincidence. Isn't ginger an anagram for knit?" Sylvanus is a black guy, so if he wanted to finish that, he could. But then he posted this picture of Kahlua, like he had a sudden realization. But yeah, they do replace a lot.
They do.
It's like, no, I guess gingers are like harder to come across now.
That's fair.
In terms of like a real ginger.
There are more black people than gingers.
Probably not true. There's more attractive black people than attractive gingers.
I think my thing is true because being ginger is really rare.
Actually, you know what? You probably are right.
There's the same amount of intersex people as there are ginger people.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And by
intersex is the medical one, right?
Yeah, intersex is when you're like born with multiple sets of genitals.
So wait, does Kaine have a dick? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That makes her even better.
Yeah, intersex used to be called like hermaphrodite, but people don't like that anymore. Yeah. Which is fair. I think it was used really poorly.
And it was used insultingly.
Yeah. So,
but it was an ancient Greek word.
Yeah.
Because they were like, they said there was like a god who was born with both or something, and they were like hermaphrodites or something.
No, I mean Aphrodite.
I just add Aphrodite. I just put herm in front of Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is a person, but yeah.
Yeah, so Invincible.
So
you want to just go through it episode by episode and make it?
We don't have to episode by episode, but let's just
because we can skip a bunch of the stuff in the middle.
So episode 1, cool. It sets up high school superhero show.
Mark is very depressed, and because his dad has superpowers and his have not shown up, and then they show up, and he says, "Woo!
Yeah,
fuck my teenager life where I work a shitty job that my
fun.
asshole boss makes me take too seriously."
Yeah, like episode 1, like is a sets you up for like fun superhero show, teen, high school
until the end.
Until the end of episode 1.
Does he meet Adam Eve in the first episode?
No, in episode 2.
Okay. Well, does he meet her out? Okay, wait. Do we see the teen team
In episode 2.
They're fully in episode 2?
Yep.
Okay, so episode 1 is just about Mark and his powers and his life in school. He is a bullied nerd.
I think he does his first super heroic, like, in the crappy outfit.
Yeah.
He meets Mark Hamill.
Yeah. And he gets his suit. Because he tries to take... Mark Hamill tries to offer, like, a secondhand suit.
Yeah,
and Omni-Man's, whoa.
That's a shit one.
My son is the son of Omni-Man.
Yeah.
He will get his own unique suit. And they give him, like, the classic...
Yeah.
The yellow and blue suit with the goggles.
Yeah.
Because he just... He
likes the goggles.
look. Yeah. It's like that he doesn't need them, but he likes them.
Yeah. No, he says, like, it keeps bugs out of his eyes.
Yeah.
When he's flying, which is funny.
Bugs don't even live that high in the sky.
I don't know if you noticed, he flies at multiple heights.
What? Thought he lived like airplanes. Yeah, so he gets a suit, no cape, thank God.
Yeah.
Capes are for pussies. And
I
then
enjoy a good cape.
at the end of the episode, the thing that got the whole internet abuzz of one of the coolest fight scenes.
Yeah, it's a really cool fight scene where Omni-Man kills the Justice League. I mean, Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah, and it's really cool because he actually has to put effort and he has to think about how to fight them. The fucking crushing of Red Flash's head while he breaks his wrist punching Omni-Man's like chest. The ripples in slow motion as it happens. Yeah. Ooh, so cool.
Yeah.
And then also everyone slowly running in to like get to him. Very cool scene.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then that's kind of the thing that shows you, hey, this is maybe not your daddy's Superman show.
Yeah. This isn't a happy series.
Yeah. Necessarily. But
can Millennial Man fly? Or he's just called Millennial, isn't he?
Isn't it Millennium?
Maybe.
No, wait, it's the Immortal.
It is the Immortal, yeah. He's lived for like a millennia.
Because he's basically if Vandal Savage was a good guy.
Yeah, okay. Can he fly? Or does he just jump
he
really
flies.
high?
Remember when he comes back to life, he flies after...
Oh, he also flies to, like, save that person.
Yeah.
During the beginning. Because we get to see an actual huge part of the show, but they look like two jobbers, the Mahler twins.
Yeah, the Mahler twins are great.
Very
really
funny.
Fun reoccurring villains.
Tools for the good guys.
Yeah. Well, like, they're not supposed to. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Episode 2, we introduced the teen team
with Jason Mantzoukas.
Playing
an asshole
Jacobs.
like he always is.
Yeah. Rexplode is Jason Mantzoukas' character.
Yeah. Robot.
Yeah, Robot's great. Robot's basically the...
you know there's a character in Jujutsu Kaisen that has the exact same thing?
Same vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's other characters. But if you want to know who Robot is, he's basically the Martian Manhunter of the team. / Division. / Red Tornado.
Red Tornado.
But I would say more Martian
But
Manhunter.
also he is a human inside who has kept himself inside of a tank.
Yeah, he's like a person with like extremely deficient whatever's wrong with him.
He looks like Krang with a body.
Yeah.
But he can't.
He's
he can't operate
remotely
by himself.
piloting a robot.
Yeah, he remotely pilots multiple robots. Mm-hmm. He finds out that the Mahler twins are specialists, even though they are giant like meatheads.
Yeah,
they're specialists in cloning.
Well, yeah, because they're not twins; they're clones.
Yeah, they just call themselves twins, but because they don't, and they have a bit going, which they explain later on about.
Yeah,
you can't. They make jokes about who is the original, but you truly can't figure out who the original is, or else very bad mental issues happen. Yeah. And they warn Robot in a later episode about that. And we'll get to that when we get there.
Yeah. I also like Duplicate. That's a good one.
Yeah. What? That must be really cool what Rex got to do to it, though. Duplicate is
she's multiple man.
She is multiple man, but a woman, and her whole thing is that she can split herself into multiple versions of herself, but whenever she splits, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Well, to her, She says that they're all the same.
Yeah, like she gains their memories back. They
Yeah.
did some cool stuff with.
Also, that's how shadow clones in Naruto work.
Yeah.
Except hers are all fucking like as sturdy as one person. They just boof away when they die.
Yeah, I think it was Multiple Man that they did a really good bit with, where Multiple Man can separate. I think it's Multiple Man. I'm gonna feel dumb if it's a different character with the same powers in a comic, but there is a thing where Multiple Man, one of Multiple Man's multiples, lived an entire life.
Oh yeah, no, we talk about this all the time.
Had a wife, got her pregnant. When she gives birth to the baby absorbs back to into him as one of the multiples.
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, then they get handpicked to be the new Guardians of the Globe. Okay, wait. Yeah. Rexplode and Adam Eve were dating.
Yeah.
They
Rex cheats on Adam Eve with Duplicate.
Because Adam Eve was hanging out with Mark because they happen to go to the same school. Like
they're friends.
Yeah, they become friends because they look. He looks at him
and Mark starts dating Amber.
Is that in this episode as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some opinions about Amber. It's not her fault, but I have some opinions about Amber. And
there's like legitimately one line that makes her a shitty person, and everything else is justifiable.
It's also that relationship is just so bad. But anyway, so they think that that Rex thinks that he is being cheated on. So like an asshole, he goes and cheats on her. And Adam Eve, the most mature character in this fucking show, when he begs her to like come back to him, she just goes, "No, you fucking cheated on me for a dumb reason. Bye." So then, I think episode 3 they get scouted to be the new Guardians of the Globe. Right?
Yeah, there's like the
Robot's going to be the leader.
Yeah. There's Robot, Rexplode, Duplicate.
They want
Black Samson.
They want Mark to join, but Mark says, "Sorry, my dad won't let me.
I'm solo." Yeah,
I have to be a solo because like Omni-Man was not a member of the Guardians, but he would show up and help them out because they were friends.
Yeah.
Well, he says we were coworkers, and then his wife's like, "We fucking went to their house for parties.
Yeah, we were friends.
We knew each other's secret identities. Yeah. They called you by name. Like they didn't say Omni-Man. They were like Nolan.
Yeah." And she sold the Red Rain house.
Yeah, because his wife just wanted to get out and go back to Russia. But so then Adam Eve is also scouted, and she says, "I can't work on a team with Duplicate and Rex." So she leaves, and that literally fucks over that entire team.
Yep.
Because like
Adam Eve is probably the most powerful character
outside of like Omni-Man. Actually, even against Omni-Man, I think she could fucking destroy him.
Yeah, because she can manipulate matter.
She literally just like, I feel like making a house. Boop, it's there.
Yeah.
Or she's like filthy at the end of her day, and she's just like
clean
and cleans her. So not only can she do like, she can do her own organic matter.
Yeah.
So if she wanted to,
she could just turn Omni-Man into a rock like in JoJo.
Yeah. Or turn him into a pile of goo.
Yeah.
Like she has like the most fucked up, overpowered abilities.
Yeah.
Do they ever say how she gets her powers? Because her dad says she got her powers.
I don't know. She manifested them somehow.
So powers just manifest for some people in this universe.
Maybe
it's like the DC universe with the metagene.
Yeah, maybe it's a metagene or mutant like X gene type deal. I'm not familiar. Maybe they do an origin story with her, or maybe because they did do like spin-off books of Invincible called the Invincible Universe Presents.
Yeah.
And there's one on Adam Eve. Maybe that shows her backstory or whatever.
Adam Eve, best girl.
Yeah, she's great.
Because Jillian Jacobs.
Yeah, Gillian.
I always fuck that up.
It's okay.
Must be weird. That's so weird. Because I have a friend in my family. Like, there's a family friend. She was my sister's friend in high school.
Yeah.
Her name is Jillian, but it's spelt with a G.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's that Gillian Jacobs
it's
is
that
just
Gillian
like, I'm
Jacobs,
difficult.
No, yeah, Gillian Jacobs' parents or whatever.
She's just an actor, right?
Yeah.
Because I think actually everyone, other than like Donald Glover, everyone in Community was just actors who did comedic things.
Yeah.
Because I know Chevy Chase was on SNL, but that's not a stand-up.
Yeah. But Chevy Chase
Ken Jeong did stand-up.
Ken Jeong did stand-up.
Yes, but everyone else is just a comedic actor.
Yeah, most of them comedic actors.
Yeah.
But yeah, where were we?
we were talking about. We were in episode
Teen.
3.
Yeah. We missed the part
What
with
was
like
Black
the
Samson's actual powers?
Sonic powers.
So he's very fast.
No. Like Sonic.
Okay. His name's so weird. His name doesn't really give off what his powers are.
Yeah.
And also, it's like it's like the Black Falcon thing to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, why did you have to add black to it, other than the fact that you are black? Or fucking, at least with Black Lightning, he's called that because his powers, like the lightning, is black. It's got like that it looks like a black lightsaber sort of thing from Star Wars.
Yes. But it's
not every name can fucking tell you
Black
what
Panther.
they are. But Black Panther, it's because the powers in their like mythology that their own people have.
He's called Black Panther because he's black.
I know, and also because the Black Panthers.
Yeah, well, no, but I think the Black Panthers took their name from the comic character.
Are you sure?
I
Whatever.
think so.
Let's not get off topic here.
But
Black Samson is he was part of the original team, but he had to take a break.
He had to leave because he lost his powers.
He lost his powers.
And then finally, I think one of the coolest things is the Hulk equivalent of this team, Monster Girl.
Yeah.
Who is a 27-year-old woman who was cursed that she can turn into a big monster, but when she does it, she starts aging backwards. Now she's a child.
I have a question about her powers.
Yeah.
So whenever she uses her power, she ages backwards. She loses a week whenever she transforms.
Yeah.
Couldn't she just take a break from heroing for like a couple of years? Would she start aging forward again, or does she? Because then, like, that's what if I was her, that's what I would do. Is I'd make a deal with the government that I will work for a year and then I will take a year off, because then you get 52 transformations back. Or I would take off like 10 years so I could get at least back into like a 20-year-old body, so I'd look like an adult.
But she also wants to help people.
Yeah.
It's not a job to her. She's a good person.
Yeah. She's not like where the other Guardians who become Guardians.
No,
I would say Rex kind of makes it sound like it's a job.
Right, but
Rex is also a piece of shit.
But later on you realize Rex actually cares.
Yeah.
It's just it's like Bakugo.
Yeah, where Bakugo was just kind of poorly written.
He's like he's an asshole, but like he genuinely wants to be a hero.
He's an asshole, but he is also he has the same. He has a fucking superiority complex because people kept coming up to him as a child and going like, "Wow, you have the coolest quirk."
Yeah,
which is also funny that like they talk about like quirk marriages and shit in the show, where like Todoroki is made to be a more perfect form of Endeavor.
Yeah,
but Bakugo's parents literally unintentionally made one of the most powerful hero combinations. Yeah, because his dad is the one who sweats nitroglycerin.
Yeah,
but his mom is the one who allows to ignite it, and they just didn't even consider it.
Dude, how do you fucking not kill yourself if you have those two powers?
Oh my god, you're right.
Right?
How do you not like blast holes? Well, because Bakugo is resistant to explosions.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, neither of those two people's powers...
One of them definitely has to be.
Right.
But what... Like... It's just so wild to, unintentionally have two powers that work so well together.
Mm.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rexplode, obviously the biggest inspiration for Bakugo.
Horikoshi said he's a big fan of Western comics.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally see it in poses he does all the time.
Yeah.
Like, there was a recent volume cover where someone's just like, that's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, totally. It could be. Legit. Invincible is a pretty popular comic series.
Yeah.
So
I like Rexplode's how his ability works, though.
Yeah, it's neat.
Because
they makes
he makes things into explosives.
Yeah.
And there's when they're fighting someone later on,
he makes like a bunch of letters.
He takes fridge magnets.
Oh,
that's what it is. The ones that are letters, and he takes them and he throws them at someone who has like a metal body, and they latch onto him.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I feel like Rexplode is like an interesting take on Gambit, but you can see the line where that becomes Bakugo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's just a huge asshole. He's an asshole that cares.
There's that great part where Mark has to learn to lose, like that you lose sometimes when all those aliens kept attacking with the time dilation thing. And then Omni-Man gets lost for like a few hours or a day or whatever. So then moving forward, he's dating Amber. He goes to Mars.
But he lies to Amber and says that he is
on a trip.
Yeah, that he's going to like middle of nowhere.
Again, there's an interesting disclusion here of the reason why Amber doesn't like it in the comics is because she thinks he's a drug dealer, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, and
like, oh, you weirdly have like stuff that's like you're clearly buying some fancy stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
like you're doing this. You know.
Also, the whole time in the background, there's another plot going on where Debbie is becoming Mark's mom. She's the human part of him.
She's becoming suspicious of Nolan, who is Omni-Man, for being the one who murdered those dudes. There's this cool Hellboy character who we really like, Damien Darkblood.
Yeah. And so also in episode 4, they go on a date together back to... Because Omni-Man can just travel around France, the globe.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand how he can take her at that speed because she is
He could
unprotected.
just fly slow.
But then to fly slow, they would still take forever to get there.
Take a couple hours.
Yeah. I think even more, because the reason why we're inside of planes and there's no convertible
Maybe it's
planes.
like Superman and it's the thing where he's got a barrier and it protects the things he's carrying.
Fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a fucking TV show.
Yeah, maybe it's like, hey, don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
So then after that episode, we have the cool character voiced by Carrie Payton.
Yeah.
Titan, or whatever his name is. The guy who can turn into concrete.
That's not Carrie Payton.
That's not Carrie Payton?
That's Mahershala Ali.
You're right. Fuck. Who does Carrie Payton voice?
I don't know. I think he's Black Samson.
You know what I think he is? You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Mahershala Ali, once again showing up and just voicing the coolest black dude in the room.
Yeah.
Titan is very cool.
That storyline's really cool where Omni-Man's like, don't trust him, he's a criminal.
But I do like that Omni-Man was simultaneously right.
Yeah.
But also
wrong.
We don't know what kind of villain Titan will be.
Yeah.
Because
his motivation is good.
Because we also see him, like, he burns down that building because, what's the guy's name? Gearhead?
Machine Head.
Machine Head says, hey, go burn it down because I need to send a message.
Scam, blah,
but
blah,
then he hands out money to the people around him and says, there's a place up the road that will take you it. Like, he's very caring of the common man. He's just an asshole to people who were...
He clearly cares, but he's in the crime business.
Yeah, and he's in the crime business because of a bad deal.
Yeah,
like,
and also because his superpower is too strong. He's, like, too good of an asset,
his daughter was sick, right?
Yeah.
And then he needed the money because of the American healthcare system. And then he becomes indebted to Machine Head. And Machine Head is making him do horrible, awful things to people.
Yep.
But he also will, like, if he sees that, like, there's a kid, like the guy who's like trembling, he's like, put it down, walk away, I'll let you go. And he still shoots him, and he doesn't go like, all right, murder time.
Yeah.
He just goes like,
get out of here.
Go away.
Yeah.
So you didn't hurt me, and you can't because I am a Titan.
But yeah, so he's cool. That storyline's really cool. The ending of it, of course, is
that he
when
did
they team up together, and he did take over. But also, like, there's that terrible fight that happens.
Yeah, Mark gets fucking wrecked,
destroyed by the Lion Guy.
But then,
who does come back?
Yeah, the team shows up, or the new Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Globe show up, and everybody's getting fucked up.
Like, Monster Girl in her monster form gets like half her face ripped off.
Dude, yeah, Monster Girl and Black Samson both almost die.
Yeah, but for some reason Black Samson almost dying gives him his powers back, so that's positive.
Because it was the defibrillating.
Yeah, someone electric. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because they max it out and his heart comes back in, and then Then Robot is showing that
Robot's clearly falling in love with Monster Girl.
Yeah, because it's
and
very
also
obvious.
In the background is doing some creepy shit. Maybe he's the bad guy.
The Muller twins have escaped from prison because he helped them escape. But then was Cecil aware of what he was doing? Because it looks like that he was just standing in front of monitors when they finally get away, and it shows that the person helping them escape was Robot.
Yeah.
And Cecil's just outside of the room. I think Cecil has a weird thing going on where he talks about how, like, he'd be very genocidal as well. Like, he'll do anything to keep the planet safe.
Yeah.
I think he's very knows what's going on. He just has fail safes all the time.
I like Cecil as like a Nick Fury type character.
Yeah. Also,
I like him.
Walton Goggins does very good voice
he's so
work.
good.
But here's the thing. I have always, because of like the Hateful Eight, I always think whenever I see Walton Goggins, I'm like, where's his redneck accent? Where's that Southern boy voice? Because there's another clip, I don't know what it's from, but he's also doing a Southern voice where he's like, "Get out of here, nerd!" And I always remember it because this music writer Dan Ozzie, he was like, when people talk about like the 4.65th wave of ska or bringing back emo again, and he just uses that clip. He's very good as the Nick Fury type. Yeah, I like his coworker Bobby Hill. Because he fucking just looks like Bobby Hill.
It's just such a good show.
There's so much going on that there's things that we're just
totally
missing, like Damien Dark in the background, like investigating him.
He's super. Again, he's like Hellboy. This is
he's like Hellboy without violence, because he just kind of shows up and he's like just discussing things. He talks in a very weird way because he is a demon.
He's Clancy Brown.
He's very.
That's Mr. Krabs.
Is that? Oh, that makes sense. He has a very good voice when he's not being Mr. Krabs. Yeah. So then, episode 6, they go to the campus visit.
Yeah. So this is the big one.
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller's. I like him.
I don't like Ezra Miller as a person, but he does have a decent voice.
We like. I mean, he does this character pretty well, and he's like a weirdly big get. Yeah. I mean, on a show full of big gets.
But I think it's just. It's a show full of big gets, but like Seth Rogen is the executive producer. Robert Kirkman now has like clout
because of
Walking Dead, and like Stephen Yeun is
freaking
like Robert
Oscar
Kirkman's
nominated.
Friends. Yeah, what?
He was nominated for an Oscar.
For what?
Minari.
What's Minari?
The movie that came out in 2020 that he got nominated for an Oscar for.
Oh, I don't even know it.
Yeah, he didn't win, but he got nominated.
Yeah. Also, is this the episode where Eve runs away, or did that happen
Eve?
previous?
So I think so. So Eve runs away to do nature shit.
She wants.
She comes. No. Yeah, she doesn't. She runs away in this episode.
Yeah,
but
because her father is like
a bit of an asshole.
He just wants what's best for his daughter, but he also doesn't want her to live her life. Mm-hmm. He's like one of those dudes where it's like, why do you have to have superpowers? She's like, it doesn't matter because I have them. I should help people. And he's like, no, live. And then
I want you to have a husband.
Yeah, they keep bringing up that aspect of it.
Yeah,
and it's like they were like, we were fine with you being a superhero when you were with Rex because he could protect you. And it's like, but she's more powerful than Rex.
Just like. She like makes the door and then unmakes the other door.
That was so funny.
Yes. I left the back door for him.
Yeah. I like that her mom, she's like, has like her mom's just like, come on, it's just your dad's being your dad. And she's just like, yeah, but I can't do that. Yeah. But so they go to a campus visit where it's full on that, we've obviously known. Yeah. That, what's his friend? William.
William's gay.
That William is gay.
But he was gay in the first episode.
No, but this is like straight up like, hey, in case you couldn't figure it out, he's fucking flaming. Yeah. Yeah, so they go meet up with this hot dude that you think that he's just crushing on.
No, he's like going out with.
I don't know if they're going out.
That was the implication.
They had fucked. Oh, that was what you find out at the end. Yeah. When he's been fully turned into a robot because Amber stood up and called... what this guy's name is, he's an asshole. Ezra Miller's character is an asshole, and Amber says, wow, you're being a prick, and he goes like, what did you say to me, black woman? I definitely have a weird race thing. And this is also like
Justin Roiland's at the start of the show.
Yeah, that's so funny.
That bit was legitimately great.
I'm gonna be rich because my dad has all the money. So you want this dick? Get in on it early. Woo! Yeah,
he's funny,
and he kills himself later. Yeah. But yeah, so this guy is turning people into like superhuman robots.
Like weird robot, brainwashed Frankenstein vibes.
And and then Mark has to fight a bunch of them.
Mark has to fight one of them. First of all, Mark has to fight Justin Roiland that have been turned into him. But during the fight, he has to run off to change into his outfit because his identity's still secret.
William figures it out just by looking at that handsome jawline.
Yeah, because they're good friends. So they have this big fight, but then when he shows up again, Amber's pissed because he abandoned her. He ran away like a pussy-ass bitch and didn't help them. They were scared. Which is reasonable. That is a reasonable thing to be upset at somebody for.
This is totally reasonable.
It's totally reasonable.
But then the fucking thing later on in the episode...
there is one line later in the episode that fucking
when
makes
he goes
her terrible.
to tell her, and she's like, I knew?
I knew.
And it's like, what the fuck then did you want him to do?
You should have trusted me. You're my fucking high school
Nathan,
girlfriend.
We need to relax.
Yeah.
Because if she was white, we would let this go.
No, we wouldn't.
No, I know. That was someone's fucking, like, they wrote a whole opinion piece that the only reason why people don't like Amber is because she's black.
I think that's why people are being a bit over the top about it. But because, again, that's, like, the only bad thing, and everything else is, like, totally reasonable.
They're just both in a really toxic relationship, and they're not...
It's not even that toxic. That's the only toxic thing.
I don't know. There's just something about the way their relationship is. I'm like, you guys just aren't fit for each other. You just are very attracted to each other. Like, you both are like, we're both hot, and we both enjoy each other's company, but you're looking for different things. Amber's looking for a dude who can fully commit to her, and Mark is looking for someone he can be with, but then also still be doing his superhero stuff.
Well, I think he can. I think at the end she like comes back around. Obviously, they do eventually break up because he ends up with Adam Eve, but
like just in the episode 8 at the end, we'll get there.
It's fine.
But so they break up.
She goes to a college party,
but then it like from the outside, not understanding,
and because Mark went looking for her. He didn't look for William, who had been disappeared by the asshole guy, and he could have saved William probably if he was faster.
He saves William, but he could have saved the other guy, Mark or whatever, William's boyfriend.
Oh, sorry, did I say William? Oh, my bad. No, look for the boyfriend. He could have saved the boyfriend, but he didn't.
And then that's also when what's his name? William yells out that they fucked on like a camp beach, and then Ezra Miller's like, whoa, that was kind of personal.
Yeah.
But also him yelling that gets the guy to have like
realize.
Monkey brain in the back there to go like, ooh. He pulls it out and he beats the shit out of the other robots.
Yep. And then Cecil's... I love how Cecil's like, this guy's I like how, unlike Nick Fury, Cecil has morals. He just sometimes has to break them.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Cecil will give
fuck
his
this
opinion.
guy.
He's like,
fuck this fucker.
I would fucking kill you myself for these atrocities you committed, but you're too valuable.
Yeah.
And then you find out later is that they are using that guy's technology and allowing him to
try to beat Omni-Man.
But instead of using live victims,
they're using dead soldiers.
They are reanimating dead soldiers and using them, and it's like clearly a volunteering sort of basis.
Well, probably not. They're probably stealing corpses, but that's better than doing it on a living person.
But they'll probably in the future be like, hey, would you donate your body to the U.S. government for science?
Yeah.
Which would just mean becoming like these super soldiers at the end.
Mm.
Yeah. So, also, this is the episode where Debbie finds out.
Yeah.
She gets the suit. She finds that Omni-Man hid it in the worst fucking spot in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, no one else can reach up here. And it's like, she just looks and she's like, what's that bag on the awning? She takes it to Mark Hamill.
Yep. There's blood. There's hole.
They find out that the oldest blood on the suit is on the gloves, aka Omni-Man hit first.
Which totally does not make any fucking sense.
It would not, because
they happen seconds after each other.
Because also you can see that there was blood forming on the suit already as he was punching. So the oldest blood should have been around the rip in the center of the suit.
Yeah, but no, what I mean is like they're literally 5-second difference. Like
I wouldn't even say 5 seconds.
Like it's within a second of the punching that he got hit as well.
The crushing of the head and the punching in the chest, I think will happen 0.5 seconds apart.
Yeah.
So the head crushing on the gloves would be...
Well, he didn't do the head crush first. He punched somebody first, didn't he?
No, he punches one person, but he doesn't draw blood on them. I think he punches whatever the old man name is, Immortal.
Yeah, Immortal.
Yeah. Is it episode 7 where Robot gets his body, or episode 6?
I think it's this wherever we are.
There's so much happens in episode 6.
Robot gets his body.
His human body,
which is like the body of a child because he's in love with...
It's a teenager. It's supposed to be like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a child. I mean, body of a child.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be around.
There's that great
years.
like you which one you wake up as.
Yeah, but then
That was, like, a
the
good bit.
Mauler, he's just like, we're not transferring your mind, you're transferring your memories. You will be a different person. And
but you'll feel
Rudy, base robot Rudy said, like Rudy Prime says, this is how it's always going to end up.
Yeah,
I'm
with him
totally
dying.
fine with that.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that bit. It's like you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be on the one side or the one on the other.
Yeah.
And then he's like that whole bit with like, I'm sorry, it wasn't you.
Yeah, and it's like he's like, it's fine. It was always going to be like this.
Yeah.
And it's very beautiful, like send off to be like, I'm going to sacrifice
Sad
myself.
though, because he's not Zachary Quinto anymore.
Yeah, now he is
Ross Marquand.
Yeah, which is weird that it wouldn't be Jason Mantzoukas because that's a
Ross
genetic
Marquand
clone.
is doing a Jason Mantzoukas but younger.
Yeah.
Because he's a very talented voice actor.
And also Jason Mantzoukas has an aged voice.
Yeah, like I don't think he could do a child version.
Yeah,
of
he's already Jason Mantzoukas is already doing a younger version of himself with Rexplode.
Yeah.
So then we got the whole thing. If he shows up in the next episode, he shows up at the base, and they're like, "Holy shit! Why the fuck do you look like me, bro?"
That bit's funny.
Yeah. And the only reason he did is because
took his blood, and he was like, "Monster Girl likes you."
Because Monster Girl felt an attraction towards him, but then Jason Mantzoukas was like, "I'm not gonna fuck her, bro. That's like fucking a child."
Yeah, that's super weird.
It's a totally the most reasonable thing.
Yeah.
If you have ever in your life been like, "Bro, she's like an immortal." Yes, bro, she's like biologically 8 years old, but she's been around for 1,000 years.
This is probably the most okay version of that, where it's like Robot falls in love with her. He's 30
because Robot in his body, he
is a fucked up weirdo.
No, he has the body. He's a fucked up weirdo, but also his brain is 30.
Yeah, and she's 27,
Yeah.
and he makes like a child body, so it'd be appropriate.
Yeah. So, but it's also still so weird.
It's pretty weird, but I'm saying that's the
at least it's not
closest
like
you
he didn't
get.
make a genetic like full-on clone of Rexplode.
Yeah,
And it's just like
Adult.
No, he's 18, I think.
Rexplode. Yeah, he's 18 or 19.
He's like 17 to 19 within that range. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
like supposed to be the same age as Adam and Eve.
No, but he's out of high school.
Okay, so he's probably 18.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it would be fucking weird if he showed up as like an adult version of him.
that'd be creepy. But yeah, so essentially, what the whole show winds up leading up to is Cecil we're fighting against the Omni-Man.
This starts with Omni-Man like actually becoming like fighting people.
Yeah.
But Mark is off the grid and they need him to go fight him, and then they release a giant monster, which then Mark thinking,
Big
I have to
Cthulhu.
save my dad.
From the monster. And then at the same time, the Mauler twins tried to make their own slave of the Immortal, who breaks out and is fine. What we wind up having is this big thing fighting against Omni-Man, because Omni-Man says to Invincible, "Hey, what's up? We're pals." After he cuts a fucking Immortal in half.
Yeah.
Right
He'll
in
be
front
back.
of him. Yeah, well, he's the Immortal.
And that's also the whole world seeing like straight up he did kill him.
Yeah, so he effectively is trying to... The entire episode, pretty much, of episode 8, is Omni-Man and Invincible fighting with Omni-Man trying to convince Invincible to be loyal to his people, who, it's revealed, are not helpers. They are colonizers.
Yeah.
They're colonial. They used eugenics to breed superpowers and strength and whatever.
They had a big war, a civil war that just like people killed each other.
Yeah.
Like they culled their population down to 50% and only left the strong.
Yep.
And Omni-Man was one of the strongest left, and he became an officer.
Yep. And he scoped out his own planet to go to, and
But then you found out through the episode when has already beaten Mark. He said the meme. He's like, what's 17 more years? I can always make another kid.
Yeah, he does the whole argument about like humans are puny and they die.
Their lives are
thousands of
meaningless
years.
and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
And they'll live forever.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. So he puts, he kills thousands of people.
Yeah, trying to prove a point to Mark. But really it's just gore porn.
No, I think it is with reason. Like, I think Invincible uses its gore. It goes crazy with it, but I think there's like reason for it, you know. And also that bit where he puts him through a train, really fucked up.
Yeah,
is great.
Yeah, so
Because I think it's supposed to upset you. Like, it's supposed to upset
yeah.
you. Like, it's like gore for the right reasons.
Yeah, so then, but you find out that Viltrumites are supposed to be like these monsters that like unfeeling, but guess what? The power of familial love.
Yeah, like
saves
he
the
is.
day.
It's like that thing. He's a terrible person. He's a piece of shit.
But he was a
lied,
good dad.
But he is a father. He cared for his son.
And
he cares for his
even
wife.
though he does say she's like a pet to me,
Yeah.
he does love
care about her.
Yeah, he does love Debbie.
Yeah.
Like it's clearly
in
him.
some fucked
it's
up,
more
busted
like
person way. But
but no. I think it's fucked up. But I think he's just trying to convince Mark and himself, because he's not just saying these things to tell Mark that like we are better than everybody.
Yeah.
He's trying to also convince himself of his own mission.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to say,
but he
what
doesn't.
I'm doing
He doesn't
is justified.
successfully take over the world. He does leave.
He leaves, and apparently that is the first time when you find out from Alan the alien.
This is the first time a Viltrumite has ever left their post.
Yeah, that's so funny as well when like he comes back and he's like,
"Hey, we
Mark,
gotta warn you."
Holy shit!" My superiors were pissed off when they found out I was going to Earth and not Urath.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You guys
apparently
have
there's a Viltrumite on your planet. You guys got to get prepared. And Mark's like, yeah, let's sit down and we'll talk. And he has like this whole conversation where he's like, "Wow, that's rough, buddy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. Oh wow, I can't imagine what that's like. Yeah. No, I mean I really can't imagine it. My species doesn't have parents. I have no idea who my father is.
Yeah. Oh man! And then you find out there's
I don't know. Go to high school. Oh, great.
Yeah.
What's high school?
Yeah. Then he goes back, and then Amber comes over, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's
so fucked up."
But that was the part when I'm just like, "Don't get back together."
I don't know. Yeah, I think that part's good though. Like,
I think it's very nice that it's like she's coming and being like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
That's what like a decent
bit of
human
bitch.
person would do.
But I don't think I think her coming and saying, "I'm sorry that I was causing this problem when you had this huge family issue," but they shouldn't have got back together.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're kids. They're gonna make mistakes.
They do break up because he ends up with Adam Eve. Pretty obvious. Pretty clear.
Yeah. Honestly, at some points I was like, what if Adam Eve just becomes a villain? Like she becomes like this Poison Ivy like character where she's just like, cool. I'm just trying to protect the world and humans keep fucking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Good show.
It's a great
9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm glad it caught on and became very popular because it deserves it.
Yeah.
If you like it, read the comic. It was on sale on Comixology for a really long time for a really good price, and I think it's not anymore. But it's since the Invincible cartoon has come out, and what this shows is like how successful the manga to anime pipeline deal is.
Yeah. Also, what it does show is that adult animation is a real fucking thing.
Yeah. No. But what I'm saying is like part of this what Invincible does is like kind of shows why manga is successful.
Yeah.
Because / anime, and it's because Invincible is a pretty direct, pretty almost 1-to-1 in a lot of ways adaptation of its own source material, and it caused people to go buy fucking comics. It outsold the entire comics industry because of this show.
The thing the comics industry was missing is a faithful adaptation of comics.
Faithful adaptation pipeline. Because, like, yeah, sure, Civil War, the movie comes out, maybe people buy Civil War, right? But also they're so different.
But those comics are straight up, like, based around different stories. There's different characters. It's not a faithful adaptation. They change up, like... Tony Stark is the one against the government in the Civil War comics.
No.
What?
Nope. Still Cap.
It's still Cap?
Still Cap.
I thought Cap was for...
No, Cap was against registration.
Oh, he was against it and Tony was for it.
Yeah.
And then since secret identities don't exist in the cinematic universe very much, other than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. So...
Yeah, no, Cap was
they
like...
They had to make it like, oh, would you like to have, like, not Nick Fury? Would you like to have another guy in charge of all of you?
Yeah.
Instead of Nick Fury, like, dropping the reins and being like, hold them yourself sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. which is right, but also wrong.
So I think what comics need are more direct to TV cartoon adaptation.
Yeah,
and like I mean, Young Justice clearly got people to pick up some comics.
Yeah.
Even though like it's very different, but it's not super different. It's
and
like
also Young Justice just takes elements from like
a million comics.
Yeah.
So, but so what that shows is like we need to do more of that. Like even The Boys, you could argue like got people to pick up The Boys, but the comic sucks, so I'm not happy people bought The Boys.
But also like the thing with The Boys is that it's a live action adaptation.
Yeah.
But like there's so much animation opportunities to do adult cartoons
and to do something like Invincible, where it's like the scale you couldn't do Invincible.
But the problem is whenever someone
like
thinks about adult animation, they think of comedies only. They don't think of like TV shows with drama.
Yeah.
Or like they think of like because Young Justice is a kid's show, but it's very dramatic,
and it becomes an adult show.
It becomes very. I would say more. It's at like the PG-13 level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like season 3 has like gore and shit in it.
Yeah, but I would still call that in terms of animation PG-13.
Yeah.
But like, and then other than that though, every other show is like, oh, it's so like Harley Quinn. It's very gory. It's adult, but it's a comedy.
I still think Harley Quinn's genius though. But yeah,
it's great. But that's also what that character needs is a comedy. She's the fucking ex-girlfriend of a comedian.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, like, what this means is you could do a fucking show where you could do an Animal Man show. You could do a fucking Animal Man show where it takes that weird meta thing that's about, like, the idea of telling stories about superheroes, right? You could do that weird adult animation shit for Animal Man. You could do, like, a direct adaptation of I don't know, like Swamp Thing or whatever to animation. You could do so much. You could take these risks and do weird shit.
Yeah.
Like Invincible shows, like if we had the same comic book to fucking animated series pipeline that Japan does, when you do that, you sell comics.
Yeah.
Like, period. Mm-hmm. The industry is failing because the print medium's dead and like comic specialty there's no branded comic store. It's individual comic shops, which is good because like small businesses are good. You know, I'd rather support a small business than a big
Amazon.
business, but they're dying. They're fucking dying, right? Like,
there's people who will like an anime will come out and then they'll go read the manga.
Start buying the manga.
Or with me specifically, if there is a slice of life show that comes out,
yeah,
I'm more likely to just go read the manga because I don't have to watch all the bullshit.
Right, but like the thing that came out, and again, like the guy who was posting this fact came out, turned out to be a huge piece of shit, and the article's not 100% true.
Yeah,
but there was that thing that came out which said Demon Slayer the manga alone outsold the American comics industry in 2020.
I don't know, maybe with its total sales
over
its lifetime, but definitely not.
No. In 2020 sales of the manga for Demon Slayer.
The manga ended in February.
Yeah, but not in volumes and not in America.
Yeah.
People buy most people buy manga.
Yeah.
Right? What I'm saying is the manga around the world outsold the American comic industry as a whole around the world.
Okay.
For Demon Slayer alone. Right? And that's like, and it's not quite true. It's like, it almost is. It's like a little iffy on that. But the fact that it came close is fucked up. That one book could outsell the entire industry. Like, for American comics, which like not arguably, American comic adaptations are some of the most successful fucking things in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Avengers and all that bullshit. Everyone on the planet knows who fucking Batman is. So why did Demon Slayer outsell not just Batman but everything? Yeah. Right? And it's because of a lot of things, right? But ultimately, like, fuck. Here's Invincible, and like Invincible is now the best-selling comic in the last 5 years, right? And it's like old, but it's because that show is so good, and it's pretty it's like really faithful to the book, like, you know. So clearly we need to look and say we need to pay money for more adult animation that adapts direct comic storylines to the screen, because like that sells comics. And then you do the anime thing where you only make one season of the TV show and you make everybody buy the comic.
I fucking love I love it when an anime
Yeah.
somehow censors something. So the Please Don't Tease Me Nagatoro-san
Yeah.
has an anime running right now, which is funny because you know how a lot of like manga artists used to do porn?
Yeah.
The fucking guy for Nagatoro, you can literally see it so obviously in the manga, like all the hentai they used to draw. So they have this character who she's like a third year,
Yeah.
and she's like a very free spirit, aka they just want to draw a naked child, a naked 17-year-old. So she has like huge, like way too big tits,
Yeah.
and this is her in the anime, and they just gave her a normal bust size but still big.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, they nerfed my queen.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing we all hate about anime and comics, but more so anime.
Yeah.
Um,
Adam Eve's great, but she's also 17, so I can't simp. Until later. I'm counting down the days.
I like Amber because she looks exactly like her adult, older than me actress.
Zazie Beetz?
Yeah. She looks identical to Zazie Beetz.
Really?
Dude, like, look up a picture of Zazie Beetz.
I'll just believe you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. She was in Joker and Deadpool, too.
Oh, she was the shitty neighbor, right?
Yeah.
She's Domino.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she is so hot.
Yeah.
Her hair doesn't look very... I know it's supposed to look like like an afro,
Yeah.
but it just looks like white people hair, but all straight up and shit.
I don't know.
I think, but also it's kind of hard to animate black hair.
Yeah, like I think you can see in pictures like what they're trying to do with Amber's hair.
Yeah, it just looks like
just like her.
but it looks more like she just like spiked it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean Korean animators. What are you gonna do?
yeah. Korra people.
Yeah.
There's no black people in the Legend of Korra or in Avatar. Just don't exist. Technically, there's no white people either, but
Yeah.
it's just all
Native and
Asians
Asian.
natives.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. You got a long one. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. When I say watching, you're like, what do you mean? It's a podcast. You can only listen to them. Well, on youtube.com/N8SComedy, you can see video versions of the last, 10 episodes of the podcast because we started filming them, which is cool, and I like it, and I like being on camera. It's nice. And if you want to follow me, I'm at The Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at The Media Hole on TikTok. I'm at twitch.tv/The Media Hole. And, of course, www.whenyourballs.get-stuck-to-your-leg.tumblr.com. Now, if you want to follow Ian, he is at StrugglesV on everything. He recently came under fire for posting on Twitter that Antifa came to his house and poked a small hole in his tire that he could patch easily.
Yeah, that I could fill up the tire with air, take it to my mechanic, and they could fix it for me for $20.
Yep. And thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.